to be right back.
God damn it. Well, whatever. I'm still recording. So anyway, Star Trek.
I did not. They rushed the fucking afterlife thing way too. I wanted a nice cat.
Clearly, there was a time pass
one
there.
Of these skeletons behind on the island,
but it wasn't clear.
Shrug at Daryl if he ever shows up.
Right.
Have two with me.
But I liked it. I thought it was good.
It was very much Chekhov's golem, though. Like,
yeah,
you know what was going on the second that thing was there.
Well, I mean, there were a lot of things I wasn't sure about. Like, was Soong actually lore?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But I was okay with it.
Oh, where's my dude?
I look forward to next season, whenever it's made, because everybody's in quarantine.
I can't grab the skeletons or bean troll.
What did you say, Bringer?
Can you move your token?
Middle.
I can move.
I can't grab
my
mine.
token and one of my skeletons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Two of the skeletons, the owl and the bird person, are all fucked up. All right, whatever.
Well, I mean, I can't move my character.
20.
Not really. Not really. Whatever. I can't move my character, Bringer.
I'll see what happens.
What's the range on your darts?
20?
You should be okay now. Somehow these got switched to the map layer.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was it. I should have told you that. I've had that problem before.
But one of the skeletons is back on the
I'll get rid of
dumb island.
This guy.
But really, being troll, that fucking handheld device. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, spoilers. There's a handheld device. Come on.
In Star Trek.
All right, you find yourself.
Pilot.
I think Glojo's loaded into Roll20.
We find ourselves living in a shotgun shack.
You guys find yourselves in the, surrounded by uncertain pink.
Whoa. Thanks, Stephen King.
It's like in your animes, right, Adam?
Oh man, there's literally like I can't say it. Now there's some like tentacle shit going on in that episode we watched. That was great, by the way. Anyway, it's so uncalled for.
You say we, do you mean you and your pillow?
Nani?
I'm missing out on an anime watch party because.
Damn it!
Thanks.
I couldn't tell if that was sarcastic or truthful. Thank you for not including me. I appreciate your concern.
No, I would get together and watch any nonsense.
You're gonna watch tentacle anime with Adam.
Well, it sounds like the tentacles were not expected.
Adam, I mean,
I don't think it's
me.
Well, now that you know they're there, you still want in?
I mean, I have a Record of Lodoss War like Blu-ray sitting here. We could watch that. That doesn't have. That's literally D&D in anime
if you want to
form.
start non-tentacle anime club, it's going to be a smaller selection pool by far. That's all I'm saying.
I just got bit by the same tarantula twice in Animal Crossing because I was so mad at you.
Man, it took me a lot of restraint not to buy that Switch Lite. I was at Walmart.
Sure. What's inside the uncertain tank?
All right. So, anyways, you guys find yourselves in the uncertain tank. You traveled here for what seems like an indeterminate amount of time. Roll a Constitution save.
All right.
No, my Constitution.
My Constitution is 17.
Oh wait, my Constitution actually isn't broken like everything else.
America, baby. Yeah, we're in good shape. Hey,
I'm just gonna type mine in here.
Wow, you guys are rolling hot. Okay, great.
12 is hot?
Well, okay, you're rolling like trash, but that's usual. So.
14 is sort of average.
I roll really well for initiative and really bad for literally everything else.
I mean,
and for mimicking.
Single rolling dice.
I'm really good at mimicking shit, apparently, which I guess fits. My dice are in character.
So as you guys are traveling through the uncertain pink, there is a tremendous sound building. It's slightly disharmonic, bouncing back and forth inside your skulls. As you emerge out of this pink tunnel, you find yourselves in this cloud suspended in space, an uncertain distance. The the cloud beneath you feels quite firm, but it's dissipating from around you. And above you, you can see stars.
All right, we're all dead.
I might be with that 12 Constitution roll.
I'm fine with this.
Being told your ears are ringing really badly, roll 1d4.
1d4.
Yeah.
Oh, ID4. It's independent.
Ha! It's a 1, Bringer. I rolled a 1.
Take 1 auditory damage.
Yeah. Go my shitty rolls already.
Turn down
I
your
was
music.
rolling while we were waiting for you, and everyone was bad. Today is going to be awful.
Get all the bad rolls out
are we
before you
sitting
start.
on a cloud? Or are we suspended in the air above a cloud?
You are basically in a cloud, but the cloud beneath you feels firm right now, but it is dissipating from around you. You're starting to actually be able to make out your companions, and the stars above are becoming more clear.
So we're not on a cloud so much as we're on the ground, but we're surrounded by fog.
Don't breathe it in. That shit's COVID.
It's a dangerous
I'm
assumption
just
to make.
like a cloud on the ground level is fog. I'm just trying to understand what we're doing.
I want to fly my owl like over here and see if I can see down or around.
As the owl leaves your immediate vicinity, the connection with the owl begins to fade into a very small pinprick.
I call it back.
You attempt to, but you just catch a small on the wind.
So are we like on a pink disc traveling super fast through some clouds? Some
The
Dragon Ball
clouds
shit?
around you have faded fairly well right now. The ground beneath you is starting to feel spongier. If you're moving around at all right now on this cloud, you're feeling it a little bit harder to pick your feet up.
I remain perfectly still.
I suppose anyone has levitate or anything like that.
Bob Dole, you are about knee deep in the cloud now.
It's like that dungeon that's
This is
always in a
bad.
Final Fantasy game. You have to cast float on yourself.
I hate that one.
They're in every game.
One likes that one anyway.
I don't have enough levitates for everyone, by which I mean I don't have enough levitates for anyone besides myself.
Can we?
I mean, don't you have like a floating disc you can cast and we can all ride on the disc?
Can we see anything?
It's
outside?
not big enough for us to sit right on it.
It can hold up to 500 pounds.
I mean, but we'd have to get on like each other's
And it's
back.
also 3 feet in diameter.
Is this
Not
getting
great.
back to that accusatory thing you told me about pizza?
Are we moving?
There is a steady breeze, but you're unable to tell whether that is because you are moving or if the wind is blowing in.
So we're on a disc. We're surrounded still by cloud. Can we see it now? Since it's dissipated, has it just dissipated around the ground that we're on, that we're sinking into?
Yes, it's very dark. You notice in the distance some lights below your level. Originally, you would thought they were stars, but now that the cloud has lowered, you see the occasional little bit of bright lights in the distance.
Can I would like to walk to the edge. I assume the circle is exactly what it looks like it's around this size.
Yes.
Can I walk to the edge and take my staff and poke it down past and see if I hit ground?
You do not hit ground.
Bad.
How far have I sunk in the meantime?
You're up to about you're definitely getting you're about to dip your plums.
I'm dying.
Stop standing still!
Bounce around a little
I
bit.
start to move around.
Can I try again to
Boxer.
find my owl?
You can. However, you are also falling through the air now as the remaining cloud has failed beneath you.
Oh, we were sinking into the cloud. God damn it! I did not realize that was what was happening. Shit, I thought we were on top of something. Fuck.
I think I had a vague sense that we were Dragon Ball Z riding a cloud at very high speed. As soon as the owl disappeared.
So we're all falling.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool, I'm gonna die.
I desperately try to use the medallion of detect thoughts to see if there's any other sentient being around us.
Let me go grab a D10.
Turns out you weren't actually that high off the water, and you all end up splashing into the water as you flail around.
Was it like very fast, like we jumped out of a speedboat or something?
Speedboat.
You were maybe like 20 feet off the ground, or 20 feet off of the water, 25 feet off of the water, when the disc around you collapsed, and you all plunge into the water.
Hey guys, turns out it was just smoke on the water.
Do we take damage from the fall or no?
No, but now you're in water, and I don't know how much each of you are carrying, or how much each of you weigh, or how big you are.
Now we're rocking out.
I'm great at
things.
I'm fantastic.
Bob Dole, you can breathe underwater. You can just sink and like stroll out. I'm pretty sure. So.
And my armor gives me normal moving speed in water.
He has a swim speed.
Wow.
Remember, if
Wow,
Pike
okay,
has a swim speed.
I'm specializing in scuba.
It's dark, right?
Hold my breath
It's
for 15
very dark.
Okay, I'm just gonna shadow step my way through the water.
Swim speed is
fuck,
40.
fuck swimming. I don't need to do that.
You're just gonna like
direction are you
shadow step?
going?
I don't know. I mean, that's just my plan until someone said, like, can we see anything? We saw
Dole,
lights. Is there a direction of the lights? Or are they all around?
Bob Dole, can I ride on your back like a Lapras?
Yes.
There were the stars that appeared below the horizon were to your west.
Okay, let's go west.
I agree.
Wagons
Should I use
ho.
a light spell to last up, or
I get
should
like
we
on
stay?
his other arm, and Mediator gets on the other arm because like Bob Dole's strong.
Should I use my light spell?
So is it pitch black or is there sunlight?
It is pitch black. There is no moon, but there are stars above you and stars on this hill.
Okay,
I
so
like the
along
light.
a series of hills.
I would like the light spell. I think that would be nice.
yeah, because I can't. I'm probably not gonna be able to teleport because I can't. I don't have enough key points to pop night vision or
I still
dark vision, and it's out by now.
I still have the ability to see in complete darkness for what is this? Quite a far distance.
And what do my devil's eyes see?
Yeah, what do my devil's eyes see?
Actually, Adam, you're having a lot of trouble communicating right now, as the previously cartoon skull over your face has hardened.
Like, is this a new development? Because I thought I just like proved my worth to my deity, and he opened my mouth and like made. All right.
Then you dove through some random magic bullshit, and now stuff's fucked up again.
I noticed what happened, and I mentioned to Adam to maybe try and contact his patron.
Yeah, I was actually waiting for the right time to do that.
So now that you're treading water?
Well, I did say that I'm clinging to Bob Dole because I feel that Bob Dole's big enough that he could carry me and Mediator. He's a big one.
I will carry the weaklings.
I just
Toss Adam.
Auto roll.
You might want to close your eyes, by the way, because I'm about to slap a light spell right in front of you. I slap like the back of my neck, and it starts emitting.
I like it. You're like one of those fish with the lanterns on. I like it.
An anywhere fish?
Yeah, an anywhere fish. That's what I was looking for.
I caught one of those in Animal Crossing.
I did too. They didn't call it
Abdul, as you try to cast light, you feel a resistance, as if the winds of magic had slowed around you, and the spell fizzles right in front of you.
It's a kind of no magic situation happening.
Let's swim for it. I don't know what it is, but
Okay, so we don't have a working light spell, right?
I'd like to cast minor illusion to create the sound of a dramatic organ riff.
It doesn't work.
oh,
I assume I could probably see in front of me though, not like I can't see very far. Can I try?
Yeah, it's just very dark.
Can I try and shadow step literally just 5 feet?
Yep.
Does it work?
Yep.
Okay.
there you go.
I found my
actually,
owl.
Sorry, wait. Let me double check one thing.
Found my owl.
Are you trying to see what Shadow Step is, whether it's a spell or
I just
not?
gotta check one thing on Shadow Step. Don't worry about it.
It's really hard to find anything about Shadow Step. We've all been through this. It is a key power.
Okay.
It's not necessarily magic. It's a monk ability.
It's not a spell.
Yeah, it's not a spell, but it is considered a teleport as far as combat is. So, I'm gonna DM rule it because I have no idea what's going on.
I will say it works, but you feel a large resistance, and you actually don't end up where you thought you were going to.
Okay.
Kid, you're gonna telefrag yourself.
I'll just move myself there
When
then.
you do it, when you attempt to do it while you're briefly in this other realm that you Shadow Step through, you hear a.
I remove a knife from my belt, and I briefly consider drawing blood from Bobdol, and I reconsider, and I draw it from my forearm instead, and I pour it over my skulled face, and I call out for my deity's assistance, and I say,
It warms briefly, Adam, as the blood touches it.
I say, Master, guide your humble servant. Give me a sign.
And just as it heats up, it cools down again.
Oh shit!
No sacrilege while riding on my back.
Roll for sacrilege.
I channel ki into my fists. Does that work?
You feel your fists charge, but at the same time, there's a sputtering feeling, and your fist kind of unclenches.
Okay, that's weird, because ki is not magic at all. Okay. So it's something more than just magic resistance.
It's not stopping us from
Maybe we should get out of this pink sphere.
Leave.
I mean, we're swimming in this pink.
What the clowns riding on?
We're swimming to the west, but
Well,
I have normal speed,
yeah.
so it'll be
Skeletons swim.
Let's swim.
22. I have 22 feet, which is going to be really fun. Let's just call it 20. Let's call it 20 because every block's 5.
What a weird number.
Because I'm at 45 and I have half movement.
I see.
Are the
I've got-
skeletons still animated?
Are skeletons buoyant?
Your
Just clinging off the meteor's foot.
Your skeletons are currently an assemblage of bones.
They are not animate, is what you're saying.
That's correct.
Put them in a bag.
Alright, well, I'm moving up to here. There.
Oh yeah, I'm still.
Hey, west was the
Found
right
your
way to
bones.
go. Now
As
we're...
you guys are moving forward, you
Say that
find
because
the
we were
rock-
clearly at the eastern edge of the battle map.
Well, we could have went north. I asked where the lights were, and he said west. Bite me, wizard. But not until next level.
It's okay, my unarmed attacks do literally no damage.
Oh yeah, I guess you can't cast Master Magic right now. I was gonna say, wait till next level when I just auto-evade your stupid fireballs.
Are we fucking smashing into town like Godzilla over here? We seem very large.
My unarmed attacks do
There's
one.
only so zoomed out I can make you guys. So
Look at this tiny boats.
For reference, being my
We're
unarmed
100
attacks do 1 plus my strength modifier for a total of 0 damage.
Oh, that's great.
Pipe rifle literally would be Godzilla if you scaled him up.
Yes, we shall
What if
descend.
Godzilla was just swinging a gigantic axe?
I mean, I think we're getting out of the... or at least, I can't speak for everybody. I am getting onto the shore.
Bringer, is this my owl?
yes,
He's here.
he begins following you. You're having a lot of trouble communicating with him still.
That's
Every time
fine.
you try to see through his eyes, you get a very
Right. They kind of jerk my head and just sort of follow me.
The
sort of.
pyramid ship is talking through him. He's losing his light. That's for no
Farewell,
one.
Skellington.
I don't think anyone played Shadowkeep in here. Never mind.
I don't think I made it that far. I did the first, like.
Oh yeah, Glojo's here. Duh.
I sent maybe half of that suit of armor before.
All right,
Like,
so
As you guys come up on the shore, you actually recognize that you have been in this city before.
oh, it's a fucking
like
salt
a-
marsh. God
looks like
damn
a
it!
dump.
Turn around. Let's go back to the pink. Insert in pink.
Go back to the tank.
Let's go drown.
Wow.
I
There was
thought
a
I
lot of
recognized it, but fuck.
Were we giant the last time we were here?
No.
You're actually bigger than this.
I made us 100 feet tall, and we're going to stomp all the buildings in Salt Marsh and destroy everything.
Chanting
Oh,
all guards are
however-
bastards.
There are no lights on in the town, and no movement in the streets.
Oh,
That's
this
bad.
is cool.
We should
Let's,
go to
up
that
the
house.
stealth.
We should go to that house that we were.
Before we go
like,
anywhere,
Disco
hold
house
on.
or Rich Lady
Anyone
house?
who's
Rich Lady
injured,
house.
come to me, and I'm gonna do a prayer of healing.
Okay.
Let's make sure your spell will work instead of fizzling before you
Yeah.
do something with
I'm
the
gonna
fly.
gather up anyway, but I'm not injured.
Stay with
So
a
I'll
light.
do something
first, Joel.
magic.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
cantrip first.
I'll try to use it. Like
I mean, your light cantrip didn't work earlier, but yeah, I guess try it again.
I attempt to use it.
Out
Again.
of the tank.
The light cantrip fizzles out and sparks in front of you again.
So bitch.
Which one
I
of
mean,
you
is
is
it-
carrying the sending stone?
I forget who.
If I had it, I would have given it to Adam.
Hey, this is
Couple
why I'm
scrolls.
carrying the bag of holding.
Yeah, like I kind of thought we would probably have put it in the bag of holding. You're not talking about the conch, right? I have the conch, but
No, not the conch, the stone.
I don't know that we've established who has that actually.
That's what I was saying. If nobody immediately knows, then let's roll a die and say whoever.
I would actually
Yeah,
say
that
assume we put it in the bag of holding.
You guys are so bad at managing your character.
Here, I checked the bag of holding for a sending stone.
Well, it's a good thing you looked in there because it was making a small amount of noise.
Oh, good thing you had someone responsible hold on to it.
I'm gonna start giving everything to you, mediator, since you're the other powerful magic person.
I'm an idiot.
So,
Is it
so
beeping?
what is
or
the sending stone doing? Did I miss a call?
It's, yeah.
You up? New sending stone. who
Just
is?
double checking one.
When do I need to reset my voicemail password?
Never set it up in the first place.
So whoever tried to reach us got the this voicemail box has not been.
It was Daryl.
No,
Oh, no.
because Daryl doesn't have the sending stone. The
Daryl
kobolds
also
do.
hates us now.
Daryl.
He went
Yeah.
on shore and found a sending stone. He knocked
Daryl-
on doors until somebody let him use the phone.
Daryl got OP and doesn't want to talk to us.
I have an intercepted message paper, and I don't know what it's for, but it's in my inventory.
We had that little system that transcribed messages.
Oh, is that what that's called?
I don't know. I mean, I assume.
I mean, the thing that you're talking about functioned as a way to intercept sending messages.
Okay, that was it. Yeah.
Wasn't even here for that session.
So here's a question.
Look,
on
you're the one who
sending
listens
stone.
to him, though. I
You're
recorded him.
apparently the only one who listens to anything.
Question on sending stones: Is it like a cell phone and any send any stone, or is it just like is it proprietary and like only two like work together?
Only two work together, and it's once per day unless Bringer changes the rules.
Gotcha.
Once per day, and you have to be touching it. So I'm trying to figure out why you have to be touching it.
I'm responsible for my items. I say
Well, I mean, I was looking in the bag for it, so I found it and picked it up.
Mediator secured the bag.
As you pick it up, mediator, you feel a very faint presence on the other line that immediately sends a message. Are you there? Is it you? Finally.
New stone, who dis?
All right, mediator.
All right. Well, new stone who dis is clearly the response to send back, and hopefully that's not the extent of the sending stones for the day.
Yeah, we just have to wait for another day. Great.
I mean, I could sleep for a day right now.
Does my medallion of detect thoughts work through the stone?
It it jingles again, and says, what the fuck was that guy's name? Hang on, sorry, I lost that.
His
What was the
name
question?
was Daryl Jr.
It's he says it's Molo, the half-handed kobold.
Oh, that dude.
Okay, wait, which one of us chopped his hand off?
I mean,
Or no, it was
technically
Daryl. Daryl chopped his hand off. I
So I can
remember.
call
Yep.
all the rest of the time that we're
And
playing.
you chased him across the city, and Dole healed him.
Yep.
Where's Claw? I want to make fun of him.
I'm gonna give the stone to Dole and say it's for you.
Oh. Hello, this is you've reached Luther.
God. Ugh. Ask him where we can meet him.
Luther, finally, are you back?
Oh yeah, we're all back.
Been under siege.
We could tell some shit's gone down. We kind of fell through a portal. How are you doing? Sorry about your hand. I hope your hand's sorry.
Sorry about your face.
Do you know the Owlin House? We'll meet there at sunrise. Come on, at
All
a day
right.
sunrise. At a day
All
sunrise.
right.
Sounds good. Talk to you later. I hang up the stone and hand it back to me.
I'm gonna need that back.
Is it a flipstone?
Yeah.
No, it's a pebble. That was a kind of phone for a while.
No,
like
it wasn't.
one
It
of
was a
those-
watch. I have
Yeah.
2 of them. Shut up. You don't know. You don't know my pain with my 14-day battery life smartwatch. So sad.
Does it run? And it runs like Palm Pilot software or something?
What? No. It has its own like e-ink screen and stuff. It was awesome. But they went out of business. Surprise, surprise.
Fitbit bought them.
Yep, Fitbit bought them and then did very little.
Decided not to go with e-paper. I admit.
So what is it? The middle of the night right now?
Yeah, how long is sunrise?
Is the Allen House the place that we were given room and board?
Yep.
Okay, let's go there so I can rest, please.
Should we consider resting before we go there in like a magic bubble, so that we don't get there and find out
I
it's
can't
like
get a
Magic's
bubble.
not
Magic's
working.
not working.
Okay. all
Hey,
right.
I'm fine climbing under a tarp at one of these lifeboats, just sleeping on the
All
docks.
I'm
till
saying
morning.
is there is a chance we encounter bad stuff there if we're like fucked up. Like, but all right.
Well, what did we hear? Or what? I mean, it's all been relayed.
said-
Like we were under siege, and there are no
Yes.
lights on, so
Oh.
they're probably going to be patrols
But they said to
Think
meet
we
at
can-
the Allen House.
at sunrise.
Look, if you want to sit on the dock of the bay, that's fine.
We might as well go to the Allen House.
Again, by the river.
Let's
All right.
carefully go
Maybe-
to
maybe-
the Allen
maybe-
house. It's not that far away.
Listen,
Like we'll
Worst
work
case
better
scenario-
farther inland if
best case scenario,
Not-
we're safe. Worst case scenario, I get to tell you I told you so. So yeah, let's go.
Roll stealth. I assume if you guys are being stealthy.
we can try.
I'm just going to keep shadow stepping until I randomly end up there. Is that a good idea?
I mean, can't we get a... Ojo knows what we're doing. Wouldn't he give us a stealth bonus?
Spells aren't working.
Fuck. Is that a spell?
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on a second. Wait.
Classified trace is a
Hold
spell.
on.
So about the stealth thing. Interesting rolls here. Interesting rolls.
Oh,
So I have disadvantage on stealth checks because of my armor.
Oh, well, you're not rolling natural ones like some people.
Can I give
Well,
Bob Dole...
here's what happened. I rolled a 3. I was like, okay, that's pretty bad. Next roll, just cause. I roll a 1, and I have -1 stealth, so I have a
0.
So you trip over Mediator, and Mediator like has pots and pans.
Okay. Well, these idiots are
Oh,
going to
I
get
mean-
themselves killed. So I
Holy
rolled.
shit! I had a +5. What is happening?
Well,
I rolled an 18. Can I just go?
Oh my
You
god.
can just walk ahead of them, maybe, would be a good idea.
Okay.
We are all just fucking
Roll a 17.
squeezing our way
Right.
through.
So you guys are having a very loud conversation in these very quiet streets.
Just-
Um,
Wow, there's not really a lot of people in this town. It's just sort of dead, and they say it's under siege. But I mean, I don't see anybody. It seems fine.
Meanwhile,
I
me
think
and
we should
Sharksbane are just
keep it
constantly
down.
looking at them with our fingers to our mouths, telling them to shut up as we're diving in between shadows of the buildings.
Just
Crazy.
got a little teleport drunk. It's fine. It happens to everybody.
Hold on.
there you go.
you definitely hear some shutters being opened. People are kind of like poking their heads out and looking at you.
I wave at them.
A
Roll
normal
perception.
people?
Sorry, what was that, Mediator?
Are they like people? People?
Roll perception.
Ooh.
I rolled a 17.
Now we're on the ball.
All right, well,
I
you
can
guys
also
are,
see
you
in
guys
the
are like
dark,
fucking.
so I can see really well. These guys.
You guys are daft as shit, but you're pretty perceptive.
Yeah, 19, baby.
Several of
Team 19.
the people looking at you appear to have larger eyes than normal, and you're not quite sure if it's the light or the light from the stars or the campfires around, but some of the eyes look like they're slightly glowing.
Salt Marsh has become some kind of like horrifying
Innsmouth.
inbred Lovecraft village.
Yeah, it's Innsmouth.
Just as soon as they open the shutters to see what you clowns are mumbling about in the streets, they look at you and then slam the shutters closed.
Love that salt marsh.
Maybe it's not
That-
our salt marsh, but we went to like the cursed bullshit dimension.
As opposed to the salt marsh we left, which was also cursed and
I-
bullshit.
Which we liked so much.
So,
It
Bringer,
looks
in
like
the past, I've tried to use my medallion of detect thoughts. That fizzled,
be right
right?
the medallion of detect thoughts just kind of glows and says like it's such a jumble of thoughts around you that you get a sense of a presence, but what you're mainly hearing, Adam, is calm above all, over top of almost every sound or every thought that you can
Seems
perceive. Is that
normal.
I like the
underlying
uncertain
thread.
pink better than this.
What's your skull doing, buddy?
Normal. I mean, I think my skull's fine, but what does Bringer think my skull?
You're having a lot of trouble talking through your skull, so but it's kind of you're telepathic. Maybe you're going to use that instead because you're
I think I am
definitely
telepathic. Yeah.
you'd be like telling people like
Is
you're
the
basically Kenny without that right now, Adam.
have I made it to the Allen house yet? I mean, I have in the
Uh,
screen, but I'm just
yeah.
asking. Okay. Is the door unlocked? I try the door.
The door is locked. And as you try the door, a small vision slit opens up, and another slit opens up right around gut level, and a spearhead pokes out as they look at you.
When I look back, are their eyes large and creepy as hell?
The eyes that you can see are normal. The ones that are facing you from the door are normal.
Okay. Do I recognize it? Is it the butler dude?
It is the butler dude. You do recognize him, and he recognizes you.
He should. They hired me.
You hear a large amount. He asks, "Are you alone? Are you safe?"
God damn it, what is one of my 18,000 fucking voices that I came up with and never use? I'm not alone. The party's with me. Not safe.
The spear kind of pokes out a little bit more, and he goes, "Are you one of them?
The big-eyed jerks? No.
And he goes, "And them? Are they safe?"
I mean,
I glance at him with my skull. Shake my head, yes.
Define safe. None of them have the big eye. We're not all. None of us are big eye creeps. We just got here.
Say yes. Just say yes.
We just teleported here.
Magic hasn't worked in weeks.
It didn't go right, but we landed in the water. But we're here.
He starts unbuttoning or unbuckling a lot of the locks.
Unbuttoning the lock. Snap.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Levi's 501 lock.
He unbuttons and unbuckles the lock.
Look, this place is fucking weird.
You hear a large amount of thumping behind the door as he removes what sound like several locks and beams across the door before the door swings open, and he gestures inside.
All right, I go in.
Buckles the door back up.
He doesn't let anybody else in.
Wait.
Just lets me in.
Oh no.
Or did he
didn't
just
come in
buckle
quickly.
the door and it's still fine?
Damn it, bird troll.
I knock on the door.
Telepathically tell him through the door, did you forget something?
He allows the rest of you.
Okay, I was about ready to. I was like, they're not really my friends. What do I call them?
In a heel turn, you should do it with more than 8 hit points.
There was no heel turn. I didn't know he was going to buckle the door behind me.
All right, real quick, I have to run. I will be back as soon as possible, but I might be gone for like a half hour. So just assume I do the dumbest possible thing.
Got it.
Should get you pretty far as the role play element.
Let me drive. Let me drive.
You worked out much
No,
yourself.
he said the dumbest possible thing. Let me go get my cat.
You can play a mediator, but you just have to be really incompetent.
So he brings you
what's going
inside.
on?
He notices that you're pretty wet. Kind of.
You Papa John.
Yeah, the water.
It's not the first time they've had a whole a load of soaked sailors in their antechamber. So they've got drain there and everything kind of set up for you to come inside, and some warm robes to switch into, and he kind of gives you a good chance to take your armor off and kind of get cozy and put on some robes.
Some weird vibes from these guys. Is it just me?
I'll put my
Robes
feet
aren't like
up.
red, right?
No.
I do what all birds do when they're wet and just slightly shake, and I'm fine because of my feathers.
Yeah, so we're like walking through a jungle for like 45 weeks. Bunch of stuff happens. Mana is now completely evil, skull-faced person.
Listen,
Everything's. So how are things going here?
Yeah, maybe talk about them.
Fine. Nothing's bad.
I'm not about your skull, man.
I was gonna say, has there been any commentary on his skull?
I have not agreed to take my robe off and my skull, but I guess, are they looking at me? Like, are they examining me?
You walked in, someone saw the giant fucking skull attached to your face.
So-
Or that is your face now? I'm not sure.
We all have skulls. How weird is it?
So you guys are basically standing in the antechamber of this house. The butler is there. A couple of other men who appear to be fairly well built for house servants. And Lady Owlin is also there. She kind of takes what Bob Dole was saying. You can see she's processing it a little bit on her face and says, "Well, it's been a very interesting couple of months since you've left."
I'll say,
Yeah.
right, everybody? Freeze frame.
The government has basically collapsed with military martial law. Magic has been frozen. We think it's something to do with the red robed cultists who have pretty much all disappeared from town. We think it might be them above the camp. But whenever anyone ventures out of town, they're immediately they just disappear. And without magic, we can't see any further. So we've seen the fires burning at night, but we can't actually go and investigate to find out what's going on. And the town guard has many of them were the first to come down with the illness.
Illness, huh?
Topical.
God damn it, Prayer.
We call it the lamplighter disease. The glowing. One of the symptoms is a scaly skin, followed by large eyes. The eyes will begin to glow in the dark in advanced cases. The person becomes entirely unlike who they were before.
For the record, this guy was always a lizard.
So why don't you just
That's
leave?
not new.
Because everyone who leaves gets disappeared.
No, if they go up there, they get disappeared. There's other ways out of this town.
Oh, we've tried. We've sent several ships out to scout, but there's a dread pirate.
I was gonna say an uncertain.
God damn it!
An evil paladin has sunk many of our ships.
God damn it, Glojo!
Hooray!
And more have joined his crew. He has several ships sailing under his dark banner now.
If this doesn't end with Glojo getting eaten by Daryl, I'm going to be incredibly upset.
They telepathically tell Mediator, all right, we can't fight fucking pirates until we fix this magic shit.
So
what's the lead on the magic?
Yeah. So about this anti magic field, how long has this been going on?
I don't understand why we're mad at my paladin.
Glojo.
Destroying this town. This town fucking sucks.
Shut up, Glojo. Tell me more about this anti magic field.
I don't use magic. Shoot arrows.
About 3 weeks.
First mark is magic, you moron.
About 3 weeks ago, in the midst of the lamplighter crisis, as I said, most of the guards were taken first by the disease. They worked in their uniforms for a while, but then they became murderous. And it seems like they tracked down most of the magic users in town and killed them. A few of us have minor talents, but aren't known for it. Notice that even our small cantrips and our other spells would fail. Simple healing magic no longer works. Hedge wizards with familiars are no longer to call them. Nothing has been able to work, and we obviously assume it's related to the fires. But anytime anyone goes west, they're never seen again.
So what happens when you try to leave town? If you go east, you get sunk by the asshole pirate. Yes. What about any of the other directions?
You disappear. The fires are burning in every direction on the land from us.
Oh, how far out of town do people tend to make it before?
We watch them as far as we can, but after a little while, they make it to the edge of the woods or up over a crest of a hill, and that's it.
So once you lose sight of them, no one ever comes back.
That's right.
Okay. And this anti-magic effect covers at least the entire town.
We've not been able to. I don't know if anyone's done a house by house search, but yes.
Fire is burning at night. What do things look like during the day?
Dark, dismal. Every day there seems to be there's a fog that rises with the dawn. Every day it seems to be slightly thicker. The only people that really venture out into the fog are the lamplighters.
So, trying to recall the geography of this town. We've got cliffs to the west, right?
Some fields to the west and the north, and then some large cliffs. Beyond that, to the south, there's a little archipelago.
The south, sorry?
A little archipelago, and then that's fielded by more cliffs to the west.
Is an archipelago something like an archipelago?
Yeah, sure. Peninsula. It's a penisla, okay?
I telepathically nudge Mediator and say, "Hey, didn't you work for a competing magic person like in town? Maybe they have information we should go tomorrow."
I don't think I didn't. I don't think whoever I worked for was in this town. Although I guess I don't actually know. My previous employer was anonymous, and I haven't been in contact with them for a while.
Oh,
so
even you? Okay.
no.
You're regular Southern detective.
We should probably tell Orlin that a kobold is coming to meet us here in the morning.
Yeah, don't stab him through the door. I telepathically tell Mediator to tell him because do not want to reveal that I'm a little fucked up right now.
Yeah, I don't even know this kobold.
Yeah, Dole is the one who will have to say it. I was just kind of mentioning, like, in character, I'm telling Dole, maybe tell her about the person we're meeting.
Yes, we kind of got a meeting in a few hours with the kobold.
Oh God, please tell me it's not a few hours. I need to rest.
Here at this house. So that's happening. Don't know if they let you know that PICARD group did.
Oh yes, the kobolds. They've been very, very helpful in the siege. They're able to get out further than most and come back.
How are you doing on supplies, by the way?
The kobolds have been giving us what they can, or they've been hunting, and we've been eating rats recently.
Don't know if you have any spare health potions lying around.
God damn it.
No, but if you're offering.
That's what I thought.
Oh my God, I just want to take a long rest. Can I just pass out? In fact, that's roleplay wise, I want my character to just pass out. I just pass out from exhaustion and damage, and I fall asleep right now.
I say that we'll try to investigate what's going on in the morning, but we need a safe place to rest in the meantime. Can we stay here?
She says yes, that they'll get some rooms set up for you. They've taken in a lot of refugees from the town who have had family turn into lamplighters or otherwise. So they've got quite a lot of people in house right now. So we'll have to make up something for you. And he kind of looks at Quill passed out on the floor in the antechamber and kind of like, yeah, we'll figure something out. And you get kind of the impression that you might be sleeping on the floor in the doorway.
I'm a monk, that's fine.
I use the bird as a soft, downy pillow.
I don't know if down works that way.
I'm thin and bone, like hollow bony, and
try it and just snap one of his wings.
As you will recall,
I don't have wings, you asshole! You inconsiderate prick!
As you will recall, because I am fabulous, my coat is itself also fabulous and has like a fur trim neck and all this shit.
That's wet.
And so I use prestidigitation to neatly.
Adam! Spells aren't working!
I can't deal with this world.
I have a bedroll. I pull out my bedroll. I sleep on it.
They do. He offers the butler offers to take your rather bedraggled cloak, Adam. Although you can tell he's He's too good of a butler to comment on your face, but you can tell he's dying to.
And I apparently don't have a bedroll. What kind of bullshit is a scholar's pack?
Mediator, I do, and I'm passed out. Feel free to take it.
I thank the butler, and I just like I tip my head as if I were tipping the skull to him.
But seriously, feel free to take it because I don't use it when we rest anyway. I usually just meditate. So,
What do I
Weird
have?
ass bird.
like, if you want to take it, I will remove it from my inventory.
Someone
gonna
lay
have
on
that.
his load-bearing bird bones.
All right, I will not sleep
I use the
on
water skin
neutral
filled with
then.
blood.
Are we taking a long rest?
I forgot I have a
should do
water
that.
skin full of blood. By the
You're
way,
trying to start a long rest.
Should try to start a long rest.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you say that.
I mean, I'm already in my long rest.
Someone who's passed out, take watch.
Have the bird with 7 hit points take watch.
Yeah, that's what you do.
You know, just like I'm the
Um,
tank most of the time. Oh, Pipe's not here to take the burn. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'll wait.
I mean,
I'll
I-
take watch, but if something happens, I don't know what you expect me to do about it. It's magical.
So several of the burly men that were with Lady Olin have disappeared. They've brought back some bedding, and it's clear that while they're going to douse the light so you can sleep in the antechamber, they are going to continue guarding the door.
I sleep with the dagger under my pillow.
I sleep with one eye open, gripping my pillow tight.
Well,
Sorry, your
next
pillow is now
night-
in my inventory.
That's true.
Next
And my
night,
eyes are certainly not open since I'm unconscious. All
we
right.
find ourselves in the stark light of day. You were able to sleep. Actually, it's later than you realized. You're thinking that the kobolds were going to be here at first light. You guys were clearly given some extra time to rest. The sun is streaming through the windows now. Again, through the higher windows, not through the lower ones, which are curiously dark.
I have an important question, which is whether I recovered my spell slots overnight.
You did.
I wake up
Hey.
very surprised to find myself on the floor, and then I just shrug it off. So you said when I look outside, it's dark.
It's quite foggy, and the like up to about maybe 15 feet off the ground is very obscured. You see the occasional bit of motion in the fog as you look outside.
So is fog the problem or the darkness the problem? I'm just wondering if dark vision would be a benefit.
It's mostly the fog. It seems to be curious, like eating the light in a curious fashion.
Okay, so it's a fog problem. Okay.
So I want to talk to someone here to kind of get the best sense. We want to go out as a strike force to investigate what's going on outside. We're trying to figure out the best way to go. They know the local geography better. What can they tell us about where whoever's behind this is likely set up and what might be the best way to get there?
The two guards are like, whoa. And he goes, I'll let Lady Owlin know that you're awake.
Word.
Let's talk
He
to someone more
disappears.
tactically minded.
And he disappears, comes back in just a moment, and beckons for you to follow him.
Let's go talk to Lady Ellen and come up with a plan for next steps here.
I mean, yeah, we gotta start with the kobold. Yeah.
Yep.
So you come into a large room with a large table with a map set on the table. You're able to make all of that out at a glance. Lady Owlin is standing near the fire talking to a diminutive cloaked figure. And in between the two of them is Molo, the half-hand kobold. You recognize on account of his half hand.
Diminutive cloaked figure
I feel
isn't
like
that
we would
gnome, is
recognize
it?
him as a person. We see him as people.
Well, roll perception.
All right, don't challenge me.
You all rolling it?
Ah, shit.
What are we trying to perceive? Is something.
What's going on in this room? You guys have kind of walked into a room where there's been obviously an animated conversation happening.
Roll
With
20.
a map on the table.
High five, Glojo.
Glojo, you, Shark's Bane and Quill both recognize the cloaked figure as a kobold, but that's really all you can determine.
Yeah,
The map
I probably
is
wouldn't know who they were anyway.
you can definitely make out that the map is of the local area with a number of fires marked on it.
Character wouldn't even recognize Mediator's old kobold anyway.
So we want to try to lift the siege or whatever's going on here. Can you point us in the right direction? You'll know the local geography better than we would.
They look up from their conversation and say, "Oh, yeah, that's we were hoping you would volunteer for that." It's good. It's good that you finally returned.
Well, we definitely
Yeah,
need to solve this problem.
they got lost in the swamps for a couple of weeks. It's fine.
So you guys are talking.
We killed several gods.
Everybody gets quiet.
Everybody kind of stops for a second. Oh, okay.
I mean, but yeah, keep going.
I almost died like 3 times.
Some
Enough
people
about
get
us.
stones to summon another god.
So many of our friends and family have died
Well,
in the months that you've been gone.
Not a contest, dude.
I have a skull attached to my face, alright? We all have our burdens.
It's been a week, all
What can we
right?
do to help?
Let me tell you about Igor.
The kobold by the fire lowers his hood and turns in a dramatic fashion, swinging his cloak out behind him.
3 of us have no idea who he is.
3 of you have no idea who he is.
So he does that completely on purpose, dramatically, right?
Total dramatic effect. You can see he's got an eye patch now.
All right. So I look at
but it is
Woo,
McScree.
and I look at
Like
Shark's
this guy
Bane,
already.
and we both and I shrug. I'm just like,
Got
who's this
badass
guy?
here.
Actually, I do figure gun.
And he says, "I thought." He looks at Luther and Mana and says, "I thought you would have come rescue me, but I'm glad you
We
armed
got
my brother."
sidetracked by 600 different ways. How are you doing here?
Hang on. Narratively, this is half the half hand guy. This is not McScree, right?
McScree is not the half-hand guy, but there were 2 kobolds by the fire.
Yeah, one's the half-hand guy, the other's McScree.
The one was the
the
diminutive
cool cape, as he
cloaked
would.
fellow who made a dramatic
would be.
flourish.
I got you.
And I think the point is, we were going after him, but
Like, where do you think we've been trying to go? Find you?
And he says, "Well, at least you armed my brothers, but I'm surprised you didn't try to contact me." They thought it was so easy once they killed that wizard in the inn and used one of his sending scrolls to find out where I was.
I'm gonna be honest.
The only person who thought to do that doesn't know who you are. So, you know.
We're kind of new at this.
Bunch of
The
bumble
puzzle with me
fucks.
is that at a certain point we definitely could have done, and then we didn't do it. But that's
Shrug at the kobold in a sort of, they're not really that bright sort of way.
Don't condescend to yourself.
I take it you guys know each other.
Yeah, he kind of got this whole mess kicked off.
I told I tell McScree, hey, you're kind of famous. You know that, right?
No, she's standing back from the door now.
I think Bringer's distracted.
Yes.
Distracted right now.
Everyone hates McScree.
It's okay. They can't take it, so you can pet the dog.
Somebody should ask him what he stole. I think we assume it's the gun, but we never knew for sure.
I'm sure it's the gun.
Well, I think we're gonna have to wait a second.
I realize that. I'm just telling you out of character
agree.
because
I
I
agree.
wouldn't know shit about shit.
I agree.
Unless my old character just randomly shows up.
Well, fucking Blowjo's old characters randomly showing.
Which I
We'll
want
kill
to
him after we kill Blowjo.
Which I want to point out, the only reason I don't have that character anymore is because you guys all got pissy with how I pointed out this town sucked over and over again. And look,
Well,
how the turns have tabled.
The thoughtlessness of my companions aside, we are all here now, and
I don't
we'd
know
like
who
to
you're
see what
role
we can-
playing with because he's still not paying attention. So anyway, about Star Trek Picard.
God.
I mean, it was just Mass Effect, though. Like, even to the end.
I mean, I'm really glad that it didn't end with a giant space battle because that's not Star Trek. I'm glad it was solved by Picard being Picard.
It is a problem that all of the Romulan same and all the Federation ship looks the same.
Romulan ships have always been the same, though.
Okay, the Federation ships were all identical. That bothered me way more.
So, but I'm trying. So it makes sense for all of them to be the same because if you think about it, their shipyard on Mars got destroyed.
Yeah, but what in all the other Star Trek shit, and I realize I'm talking. You've seen far more Star Trek than I have, but like, there's always a tradition of like, and then when the advancement happened, they had to fit this thing, and that's why it looks like it's got this thing with this thing.
Yeah, no, I wish it was a like throw some of the older ships in there, just retrofitted. Like, give me an Excelsior because they exist forever for some reason.
Yeah, like I would be totally fine with most of them being that if they had some other one. Literally, it was like the 3D modelers, like the new Picard maneuver. Fine, it was literally a mirror of all the ships. Okay, sure, that makes sense. They would all be identical. All the Romulan ones look the same. Fine, all right, that makes sense. But all of the Federation ones looking the same. That was a little. I wanted a little bit of variety.
I mean, if they have refocused to a more warlike after the Dominion War, and it makes sense, but there's narrative left out. Like you can fill in the gaps where it would make sense, but yeah, because they all look like a weird hybrid of like the Intrepid and the E, the Sovereign. Says the person with a stack of Star Trek ships sitting at work right now, and I really want to go in and get them because I don't trust people who are still there.
That did give me like a more satisfying ending, just like the Riker Sode that I had problems. I didn't have problems with, but I wanted more.
I wish it would have been Riker on the Titan because we've never seen the Titan in live action, which was his old ship. But it makes more sense to show up with a bunch of Starfleet advanced ships to go. Yeah, Romulans, fuck off.
Get out.
It does make me wonder what their current concern is to make a fleet that strong. Like, I know that they're worried about stuff, so I guess that's enough. But the Borg aren't really a going concern right now. The Dominion aren't a going concern, so what are they worried about to build a fleet of warships again?
Yeah.
Worried about the Geth.
I mean...
Are you back?
I'm back now, yes.
Oh, thank God.
We were Star Trekking it up, Bringer.
Picard picked ending B.
It's not bad.
Well, I think the IPA.
Bringer's back.
I would like to say that the thoughtlessness of my companions notwithstanding, we are all here now and want to know what we can do to help lift this siege. And in particular, this anti-magic field.
So they agree that the anti-magic field is probably one of the most critical things to deal with right now.
I think that's where we should start.
How do non-magic people deal with this? Go punch things for 0 damage.
Punching might be more effective than casting 0 damage spells at them.
I mean, no, he literally does 0 damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he can't punch or magic.
I hand the mediator a javelin.
And so they say that yes, that's absolutely what they would like you to do, is to try to figure out what is causing this anti-magic spell. They advise that you'll need to spend most likely the day inside. They don't recommend going out into the fog with the lamplighters. You are cornered by one, you'll be soon surrounded by many, and they're very, very hostile in groups.
And so they recommend that we go out at night then? Stay indoors? And to be clear, the lamplighters are the former residents of the town that have gone all scaly and weird-eyed?
Yes, so the lamplighters, they say, have been, they were friends and family of theirs, but they're not sure where it started or how it started, but it seemed like the guards were affected first, or at least hardest to start with.
Have I heard of this disease or anything like it before?
It's not ringing any magical bells.
Right, okay. So assuming we head out under cover of night when most of the lamplighters are, I guess, at home watching Netflix, where would you suggest we go?
She thinks that the many, many campfires that they can see around the town have an obvious connection with what's going on. So that's what she recommends. Is if you're brave enough, if you're strong enough, maybe you could get out of town and scout and report back, because so far they have no idea what actually is behind these fires that they can see.
I'm all of those things.
Is she recommending us do that now, like during the day or at night?
They definitely don't recommend leaving during the day.
Okay.
I asked them how they happen to know each other, Scree and this person.
After you guys left town on what she's pretty sure was a fool's errand put forward by the captain of the guard.
She sent us to the house.
She's pretty sure it was a fool's errand after she sent you, because the captain of the guard, some machinations afterwards have made her convinced that it was designed to get you out as a capable force in the city and serve as a distraction for you while other things took place.
In fairness, the party was distracted for much longer than it needed to have been, because it wandered into the swamps after investigating the camp they were sent to.
And so several weeks, or basically 10 days after you guys left, so before you could have actually returned directly from the camps, the cult all disappeared out of the town. And several days after that, the first guardsman came down with this, what they just thought was a skin disease. And very shortly after that, the scale disease began spreading through the town. The magicians and healers were unable to stop it. And in many cases, the affected lamplighters would attack the physicians.
Okay. I tell McSree, we've met several kobolds along our journey. We've protected who we can and we've freed who we can. They all seem to know who you are and that you got into trouble stealing something. What did you steal exactly?
soul.
Bold?
That was Glojo.
He flips his cape back even more dramatically than before, and pulls out this very large handgun that you've seen him use before. Seen him break before. And he reveals that he had actually stolen this from a gnome shipment that he had been paid to smuggle, and that had kicked off a series of escalating conflicts between gnomes and kobolds, and then he fled before he fled the city.
So, if you have that, I assume that still works in this condition, and you're going to help us end this magic thing, right? Because
I pull out my backpack.
You seem to have
and
a
point
pretty
to it.
powerful weapon there. Or is that magical?
Get in the bag.
He says that he's definitely not part of your party anymore.
We have no. Wow! We spent a month in a swamp looking for you, motherfucker.
We're 100% not looking for him in that swamp.
Tangentially.
Life takes you on adventures.
But that he and his kobolds will be happy to act as a rapid response force for us, and have been doing their best to help people that have been trapped by the lamplighters, or have been otherwise really affected by the siege. There's a lot of starvation happening right now. So
can I touch the?
You cut out when you said I touch, and I can fit in so much audio just right there.
Let's talk about the gun. The gun.
I'll just bet you're talking about the gun.
Yes.
I'll let you touch my rock.
He's reluctant to let you close enough to do that.
I can
So
just
as you step forward to touch it, he steps back and flourishes his cape a little bit in defense.
I am gonna just rip that dumb cape off of him. I swear to God.
I actually am like, for the first time, my callous exterior is just a little bit hurt that McScree said he's no longer a part of the party. And
maybe it's like Rex in Mass Effect 2. Like he has to lead his people, so he can't join the party directly.
Yeah, but Rex was happy to see Shepard. There's a big difference.
I mean, maybe if you guys asked him like how he was doing, or how he escaped, or what happened to him after he was kidnapped, or really, any sort of things like that.
Look, don't say you guys and lump me into this. I can't roleplay any of the things you just said.
Look, my brain kind of went soft when the Star Trek talk started.
There were literally robo tentacles.
No, I can't.
I'm gonna pilot pipe rifle now. So what happened after you disappeared through the portal?
That doesn't sound like anything Pipe Rifle would have said. It's way too coherent.
What kind of cursed bullshit happened after you went through that magic hole?
That's what I asked as Pipe Rifle.
And look, I'm role-playing Pipe Rifle. Hey, look at my tooth.
Savage.
So as Pipe Rifle, I asked McScree what kind of cursed bullshit happened after he went through the portal.
Weed.
Patch, I got a new tooth.
I don't hear a vape pen.
Oh,
I'm not going to do the voice.
What if you vaped the purple mist on the wall?
Vape the pink.
So McScree says that after he had been pulled through the portal, one of you, he looks around the room and he's a little surprised that he doesn't see the bard there. One of you had tried to save him right before he got pulled through, and didn't help, but he appreciated the gesture.
We all do a lot of things in that church.
And basically, after he got pulled through the portal, the gnome warlock proceeded to torture him, kept him captive in a basement for quite a while, and then he was reached out to via a sending scroll by Molo. And he, after Molo had rescued him, he fills in some of the story about that. So Molo and the kobolds, before you guys left town, had massacred a small party of adventurers in an inn and were on the hunt or were on the run as the guards were looking for them.
Hey, I wouldn't be able to ask this in character, so I'm nudging anyone who wants to. Did none of the kobolds that we specifically asked about Miscree to mention to Miscree that we were looking for him?
That's a good point.
Because every single one up until the last group, I think we stopped and asked.
They know you were looking for him, but they just then there was like a long period where you kind of didn't, and then he tells the group why he's a little bit disappointed when Molo and his crew, all it took was them killing a wizard and a party of adventurers. They found a scroll of sending and paid one of the magicians in town to explain what the hell it was.
When did we even find our stones of sending? I feel like that was...
No, it was the paper. It was at the farmhouse. We found the paper.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I can't believe I remember that.
Sending.
So in other words, McScree's just full of judgment, not necessarily like...
He's telling you what happened.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, if the bard was still around, maybe he would have pushed for it, but somebody decided they didn't like the bitchy ass bard.
So he says basically the kobolds reached out with this scroll that they found. He kind of relayed where he was and where he thought he was. They figured out he was being held in Saltmarsh in a basement in the gnome's mansion.
Oh, he was in Saltmarsh the entire time. You fucking clowns.
Wow.
All right, so
to be fair to me, I am very easily distracted.
I explained that the party composition has shifted a little bit since they got here. The bard rage quit the party because I think he failed a persuasion check and didn't get to play a gig. So and then he...
I don't think that's what happened. I think everybody bitched, and I was just like, fine, I'll play something else.
Well, actually, wait, he rage quit the party after he threw a fit in the town hall meeting and tried to screwed the party out of a large gold reward.
Right, but who was right? Who was right about this town? The bard. The bard was right. And I didn't rage quit the party. I found my long lost loved and peaced out because fuck you guys.
Whatever. You just happily ever after.
All right, so A, like I said, B, you're not here to dispute it. And let's see, the paladin is now some sort of asshole pirate. Once we lift this anti-magic field, we should probably go find him and kill him. But now he's
always an asshole.
No, he was always an asshole because he stole our fucking ship. Now he's a pirate.
Once we
We'll
lift
kill him in good time.
Yeah, once we lift this anti-magic field, we're definitely going to murder him. Shut up, Glojo.
I'm going to walk across the water and punch a hole in his goddamn ship.
I'd like to think that the next series of adventures that you guys are on is just going back and fixing all the things that you fucked up.
It just becomes Quantum Leap.
Just for the future, I think we should kill Glojo and take the ship back.
I think in the future we should just kill Glojo.
Are things going in Vandover, I wonder?
I can start fighting y'all.
We don't need to kill Glojo. He lives in Florida. He'll get the corona soon.
Anyway,
you guys, I've read the chick documents. If you're talking about killing Glojo, I'm very concerned because you're gonna kill Glojo and not his character. And I've read the chick documents.
The chick tracks? Is that what you're going for? Okay.
They're the documents of my religion, so they might be tracks to you, but they're documents.
Is that a cloak of bellowing that he's got there?
You're not sure. He's billowing it majestically every time he moves.
I mean, it shouldn't be working if it's magic. So he's billowing it.
Hey, what
Right,
time
so
is it, Mystery?
it's not.
Just before we keep moving on, when we get around like a short rest before it gets dark, I want to take a short rest so I can pop my dark
Did
vision.
you already
And then...
take a long rest?
Will you shut up for 2 seconds?
He's a lazy bird.
I need to pop my dark vision, which takes 2 key points, but a short rest regenerates it. But
How long
it
does
sticks
dark vision
around
last?
for a while. 8 hours?
How long?
8 hours. So basically, before every short rest, I should pop it because then I get my key points immediately back, and it lasts an extra 4 hours after that.
I mean, is there anything
not
useful that we
magical?
can be doing while we're waiting for?
They
for
said
sundown
specifically,
to
do
head out
not
again?
leave the building.
I mean, you can probably do a lot of things.
I mean, we could leave the building.
Yeah,
They just
like,
suggested that we don't.
You must have a lot of people passing through here. Do you have some studded leather armor and a crossbow that I can pick up while I'm here?
Yeah, one of the guards. They figure they've got all day, so they take you down to the
Nice.
armory that they've got, and they're like, "Yeah, we can probably get you fitted out for some studded leather armor." And
Nice.
they say that they've started to adopt measures before allowing new groups in. They've made an exception for you guys because of your their need, basically. But a lot of people are staying further away from you than you would have otherwise anticipated, because you're fresh from the outside, they say.
Do they have
Yeah.
any magic weapons? Well, I guess they wouldn't fucking work, would they? Never mind. Fuck this town. I swear to God. We should have burnt it down when we were here last time.
It's such a salty town.
How do I add my fucking...
God damn it, Brenner.
Let's
So I guess we'll hang out here until close to nightfall, and then we'll head. What do we think? North, probably.
Well, we're supposed to go and examine the fires. That was the suggestion.
So the kobolds tell you that they could probably, their tunnels are to the north of the town, and they tell you that they might be able to use their tunnels to get you closer to the fires, and maybe other of the search parties have tried, because it didn't take very long before they stopped sending people out.
Are these like medium humanoid-sized tunnels, or are these small humanoid-sized tunnels?
They're pretty small. You're gonna have to correct.
I think we squeezed through one before.
We did.
You guys made it through the larger, like the group, like the chamber, like the group and communal.
Is this like a Shawshank Redemption kind of tunnel we're talking about, or?
No, it's more lighthearted than that. It's Hogan's Heroes.
Said
They're
the
offering
lizard.
to
Yeah, he
basically-
stinks.
They're offering to basically set up a small tunnel offshoot that would be very, very Great Escape, Hogan's Heroes-y. To push through.
It sounds like a great idea.
They're willing to try that. You guys can try it further. I mean, nobody's made it out of town for so long. They have no idea what's out there. But
should our magic users stay behind? As much as I don't think splitting the party is a good idea.
No,
that's
because
a
that'd be
horrible
boring.
idea. What?
You can't do anything but die right now.
You can get a crossbow.
I have a
No, I'm talking specifically to one magic user.
I have a crossbow.
I mean,
Oh, you do?
yeah,
Okay. Sorry, I missed that.
we're in a house where we can find some.
And
The air can sit on my
also-
shoulder.
also, what possible thing would I do while I was here?
I don't know.
Read. Don't you guys love that? So you can sit here and read, or you can climb up on Luther like a master blaster. That's the only option.
Is the tooth magic?
Speaking of
you can still bite people in half.
Oh yeah, what's up with my tooth?
God damn it. See? You role-played him perfectly.
Ogloja, Pipe, we found McScray.
Oh really? How's he doing?
Kind of a dick.
Here,
but
he's okay.
alright.
Thanks for asking, by the way. Jesus.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
wouldn't think going to the fucking ends of the earth for someone is enough. No, you gotta be.
Again, Mead,
Yeah,
I'm
also
the
be
one who
courteous.
tried. Like, Ain's the one who tried to save him, and your wizard just did nothing but throw him under
noticed
the
that
bus.
McScree did not ask Adam about his skull face, by the way.
Good question. Yeah, I'm not doing well.
Or
know.
are you doing the best you've ever done?
I mean, he doesn't know, and that's the point.
God, where's my character? It's buried underneath that giant purple dot.
McScree thinks the golden mask is pretty cool. He
It is
flourishes
pretty
his
cool.
cape a little bit as and like a sign of respect.
Stop doing that.
All right, so are we going? We're going north to the Kobold Caves.
I mean, I feel like we need to know what time it is.
I mean, I assume we wait until it's close to sundown, and then we have them
Oh,
lead us as far as they can take us.
I mean, sundown is like what 6 hours after.
I don't know how late we slept.
Oh,
You guys slept till about 11.
well, we wouldn't
so
sleep past like I don't know 11. So we would
Assume we
definitely
slept
be
for
awake
exactly
till
8
11.
hours, as one does.
You guys
When
made it
was
further
this?
than that. You slept in. You guys made it to about like 10:30 or 11 before you kind of started waking up in the
Oh,
antechamber.
I gotcha. So we probably had breakfast like
McScree had
around.
plenty of time to like hang out and chat with Owlin and kind of like suss you guys out while you were sleeping. That's why he wasn't shocked at the golden face. He just thought it was pretty cool.
Say it. Say hi, nerd.
What happened to that gnome guy that was at the town hall meeting? Still around?
He seized power after the lamplighter disease started showing up, and he seized power with the guards and began setting up checkpoints in the city and really clamping down on personal privilege. He's using it as an opportunity to basically kick in the doors of his competitors and people he didn't like. You're getting this story from Owlin, who was opposing him on the council.
Would it be helpful to mention that we figured out that he's in league with the Zargon cultists?
McScree goes, yeah.
In the doorway. Thanks,
And it
That's
seemed
the basement I was in.
a significant revelation at the time, but
Yeah, I felt pretty good about finding it out.
you tortured a
So-
guy for that information.
Simpler
Information was
I
just
times.
a
did that for
bonus
the
to
story,
him.
okay?
Fun times. Gosh, were we ever that young?
Anyway, so about this tunnel.
I'm
Yeah.
game. I don't know what's happening, but that's not new.
So yeah, they
It's fine. I
are
just go with it.
Yeah,
They-
that's my
they
intention.
are
I'll go with it and
digging
watch
away.
something later.
getting this tunnel pushed out further and further for you. Basically, the tunnel starts in the bluffs here and goes far up to the northwest.
This tells gonna be a problem for me. It's gonna be a problem.
It's just suck in your gut a little bit, Bill. It'll be fine.
I am 8'2".
You're gonna lay down on like a sled, and we'll push you through it, like loading a torpedo.
How much grease is in salt marsh? Crazy.
McScree, we've got another mission for you. We need all the grease and salt. Hmm.
All right. So what now?
And pause for quiet contemplation.
So they are
does Bob Dole fit in the tunnels? Even on
Bob Dole will be able to like leopard crawl his way through the tunnel.
I
It's
say
not
we go
gonna
to
be
the tunnels,
pleasant.
buddy.
It's like in Aliens when Lance Henriksen has to crawl through that pipe to the transmitter.
Exactly like that.
Let's do it. This is a good idea.
What's happening?
I offer to
Tunnel rat.
find
We're taking-
him.
That's fine.
I
Because
offer
I'm
to
short.
bind
Yeah, we're
him
taking a
with
kobold
ropes and
tunnel.
drag him through the tunnel.
Vietnam War shit.
You're gonna drag Bob Dole.
I offer him that ability if he doesn't want to. Like, you can just, like, be a log and I'll drag you through the tunnel.
Whatever works. I would never say no to that.
You know a shrinking spell? Anybody?
Oh my god, hold on. Let me edit this.
Smell.
All right, magic.
Magic.
I love it.
All right.
Fucking love this.
Don't make me tap the song.
It was meant to be more of a joke about how I don't know anything. I don't think
There is a shrinking spell, but you guys
Is
destroy every spell book you encounter. So
Mostly by
How much does
accident.
that do us right now?
Maybe I could shrink because I think I ate the last.
Yeah, that spellbook destruction is very intentional.
so let's
We can't let one person get too powerful.
I think we should just let's get going.
Yeah, let's see how far. Let's see where this tunnel takes us.
Tunnel snakes rule.
It can't be a worse idea than the space tunnel we just took. So
I think that was the only idea. It wasn't so much it was good or bad, it was the idea.
I agree with Beantroll on that one. That was the only choice there.
Yeah, the ocean was about to swallow.
I mean,
us up.
out of character, it clearly wasn't the only choice because Springer didn't expect us to do it. But from the stuff that we had, it seemed like the only option.
on the bright
I'm
side,
sure Daryl saved us.
by basically DM fiat, it put us like actually back on track for the story and out of the endless swamps and islands.
Just be glad he's your DM
Actually,
and I'm
fairly
not,
convenient.
because I would have done it something incredibly stupid.
I asked.
I'm not done yet.
Hey, do you feel?
Dude, I would have dragged them to another plane. I would have just been like, well,
still don't
story's
think-
completely changed. Here you go.
I'm not convinced we're not on another plane. I'm sticking with that theory, even
I
if
asked
I've
my
been
friend-
told what's happening.
I asked Pipe Rifle if his tooth is working.
Define working. It's still in my mouth, as far as I know.
Like, is it still badass though? Like, can you still
Touch
fight
it.
somewhere else?
Is it still oversized? Would be a better question.
Sure.
Yeah, that was actually my question to the DM as well. As if
Somewhat
anything has
oversized.
happened about it.
You don't.
Someone
sense
has to go first
You
in
don't
this tunnel.
sense any kind of presence or power within the tooth right now, Pipe Rifle. Though.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
have
I'll-
right?
I'll go-
myself. I'm going in the tunnel.
Send
All right, Glojo's first in the tunnel. Then.
All right, then I'll go right behind him because I don't have to do much crouching. Like I'm not tall.
I'm fine with going last.
You're going
Yeah.
last. So I can drag you.
I'm
yeah.
a medium humanoid. What is this world where you're dragging Bob Dole through a tunnel?
Bob Dole's
that,
scared.
that,
so I'm
that's
dragging.
the part of it
He's
that I
got
don't
evil
understand. That's gonna be Pipe Rifle's job if anyone's dragging Bob Dole
All right,
anywhere.
sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean, I'll help. I'm wiggling.
Go.
Pipe Rifle's strength score is your strength score and my strength score put together.
Is it?
I'm playing night.
Dragging, it's not gonna be us.
That's what I was wondering.
If I wanted to.
I appreciate the
Listen, I
sentiment
want your bow
behind it.
hand free in case we encounter anything. You are by far our most capable fighter at the moment, so.
Awesome.
That's right. You're not magical. I forget you're not magical.
It's like 3 of us who are very capable fighters.
The important one.
Up until
have
very
no
recently.
magical ability.
I'm a
It's-
believer in range combat. Okay, I will.
It's just
what will happen
our
when we
ranger
type
has
range.
incredible distance. So, yeah.
I have a sword.
No, I'm
let's
just saying,
see-
like,
let's
you
see the
have
funnel
distant
and see what
range,
happens.
which is good as a scout, usually. I don't know how it will work in the cavern, but
I have a sword and a dagger.
I know.
You're. Yes, Glojo.
It's my dance, my sword dance.
That's
So
like
the
a
tunnels are up north.
Alright, so we go through the tunnels. Stealthily.
I think he's saying we have to move, physically move to
Well, I'm up here with the note that says spells aren't working out of pipe. I've done my job.
I'm not coming around this insulting language.
Character. Where am I?
You're still on the docks.
Oh, there I am. Yeah. I blend in. Okay.
My owl.
I should have the token maker thing like next month, so I will make everyone colored tokens.
Can you make my rock bigger?
Upgraded Hero Forge?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, they sent out an email saying even though the COVID thing's going on, the people who were working on that was working from home anyway, so it actually lets them have more time to get it done. So it might be done ahead of schedule.
Remote work.
Pretty great.
Remote work.
So free tokens for everybody. Well, free.
All right,
I paid for them, but free for everybody else.
There it is.
All right, so you guys are moving through the tunnels now. They are very cramped. They have definitely been.
Are we going in the tunnel or what? What's that?
Yeah, we're in the tunnel.
Yes.
Okay.
Move your character in front of mine, though. If that's what you're doing.
Front.
I really wish I had some grease on me right now.
Rangers lead the way.
So I need to buy grease next time we're in a society.
We don't play Instant Society anymore.
As you guys make your way down the tunnel, it tightens every now and then, but the kobolds have done their best to keep it passable enough for Bob Dole.
Yeah.
Pipe.
Just like shoulder.
There's an order of movement, and we're just waiting on Captain doesn't pay attention to move.
Yeah, I heard
Hey,
someone
I
say.
already know my
make
thing.
your way
It
down.
Oh, okay, so it's just stuff's delayed. All right. There was a notice
Okay with
about
Pipe
that when I
Rifle, like,
logged
shouldering
in.
his way through. That makes
Just
sense.
move it and make
One
noise.
side.
Yeah, there was a notice
Yeah.
when I logged in that they're having lag issues because so many people are using it.
Yeah, it's become very.
I really need to start messing around with that Foundry VTT thing and see how that works, because that's hosted on like your own. It's peer to peer, so.
Get over to here.
So you guys exit. You guys find your way near the exit.
Is it through the gift shop?
Yes.
Go Banksy.
What?
There are a number of fires burning somewhat close to you, but you're sheltering, I assume, with no lanterns, in the edge of a hill. The tunnel emerges from the side of a hill, not near the top, so you're able to sort of poke your heads out without, making yourselves very visible. And you can see two fires burning down below you, and then glow in the sky of a fire sort of burning north of you, just up the hill that you've exited.
So are the squares are the fires?
Yeah.
Okay. I should give you my fire animation
Magic
GIF.
so that my
I've got one. I just didn't. I don't know. I couldn't find it.
It's so fire.
I'd like to try casting Prestidigitation to see if it works here.
I use my dark vision or no?
Yeah, I've got dark vision by racial trait, I think, not by magic.
Same.
So racial trait dark vision is working just fine.
We lost Dole from
casted
Discord.
dark vision, like yours being troll, is kind of weirdly static filled.
But again, I'm going to point out mine is key based. It's not magic based. Key is an internal power. It's not magic. It's different.
Does the thing say that you cast the spell though?
But I use
think it
key,
gives
not a
me a
spell
stat.
slot. It's totally different.
I'll allow it for now.
It's a class trait, not a. It's hard. Yeah, it's monk bullshit. They don't explain it very well.
I'm looking at class 10.
It's the class
Internet
trait
died.
that you can cast the spell.
It's
because-
considered a spell on D&D Beyond in the list, but I use key to cast it, which is a different thing.
Mechanically, it's a spell. Thematically, he's sitting and focusing his internal bullshit to give himself dark vision, and then he rests and get his internal bullshit back.
Right.
But it's a different kind of internal bullshit than magic, which is a sort of external bullshit.
It's like the whole like hand. I mean, no, we've already narratively said that like my key hands don't work, so I'm fine with it being glitchy.
It's just it's working, but it's just a little bit glitchy.
Okay, that's fair.
What happens if I try to cast prestidigitation? I want to put I basically want to put a magic "I'm with stupid" sticker on the back of Beantrol's cloak.
Right in front of a couple of fires when you guys remain stealthy? Okay.
I mean, all it does is create a symbol. It makes a symbol appear on an object or surface for an hour.
So help me God, if you get
I'm
me
just gonna
killed,
stick on the back of. Just gonna stick. It doesn't glow or anything. It's just like a sticker. It's like a little magic sticker. I just want to see if it does anything.
he's trying to write prestidigitation as a tramp stamp on the back of my cloak.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, and I want to see if it works.
Ooh.
God damn it! The stupid ass thing that you did.
Harmed him.
So you go to
definitely
cast
fucked this up.
prestidigitation on him to put a little sign on his back, but your magical spell sputters, fails, but the spark catches in his cloak.
I just take my cloak off because I don't fucking care or need it. And now I'm just naked, and they're just gonna deal with it.
Hold on, Donald Duckin, huh?
Yep. Well, no top, nothing. All I have is the cloak. That's it. Now it's all feathers.
The cloak has just a small hole burned through it. You reacted very quickly by taking the cloak off and stomping it out. So it didn't really burn a hole, but it's definitely charred.
All right.
But your fast action with how quickly you're like, fuck this cloak, allows you to save the cloak.
That asshole in the back seat who like burns the back of your jacket with his fucking cigarette because he's not paying attention to where his hand was.
Well, no, it had a scientific purpose.
I look back at the
still clearly within the anti-magic field.
I look back at Wu. I point 2 fingers to my eyes, and I point them right back at him, and then I turn back around.
I mean, you could have like just made it smell like a rose or something. Like you didn't have to do fire. Whatever.
I wasn't trying to do fire.
Trying to do fire.
Okay, anyway, can we please deal with the problem at hand?
So, you guys have exited the tunnel. You're all, well, Mana's still at the start of the tunnel.
I'm moving with the group, right? It's fine.
Again, you're Animal Crossing.
Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing.
Eating more pigs and blankets.
Eyes up here.
There are no more pigs and blankets to
Eat them all.
That's the worst part of the quarantine right there.
Jesus wept. Where there were no worlds left.
Jesus.
What's at the end of the tunnel?
So you're looking out. There are 2 small, look to be fires burning down below you, and the glow of one up above to your north.
When you say up above, like, is it on top of something, or is it just to our north?
So you guys have come out of a hill, and it appears to be kind of like at the top of the hill. So you'd have to like exit your tunnel and then come up the hill towards them.
Is that the closest one to us?
It is definitely the closest one. That's why the glow is so prominent.
We're just gonna go up there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Let's just head towards it.
Are we getting anything out of Adam's devil's eyes?
Roll stealth, please.
Yep.
I assume you're trying to be stealthy at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get my plus, what is this gonna be? That's plus 16.
You don't get your bonus. It's a spell.
Oh.
Hold on.
Roll to 22. Deal with it.
I mean, that's still really good, but it's a spell.
Oh.
I mean, you're only as stealthy as your least stealthy party member.
Yeah, Dole.
That's me.
I got a 6 already.
We haven't seen Dole roll yet, but let's see if you can beat us.
Well, to be fair, Glojo and I are the ones who said that we were going towards the fire. Nobody else did.
Yeah, I'm not actually. I'm staying in the mouth of the because I am bad.
If there's trouble.
I like
you guys have
plugging it up like a cork.
Adam can't get out because of Dole.
Dole's just blocking.
Fair enough.
Sit there.
So
My
the
stealth roll,
stealthy-
by the way, was a 1, just in case I went up there.
You
And that's why you stay in the tunnel. That makes sense.
That's why I know my weaknesses. Don't worry.
So you guys are hanging out in the tunnel, except for the three of you who have pushed north. Around this campfire, you see, well, it looks to be an altar actually that's on fire, not a campfire. And there are 3 orcs trained equidistant from each other around the fire, and a 4th orc is standing near it, dressed in ornate robes, occasionally throwing something from a pouch into the flames.
I tap Glowjaw on the shoulder, and I hand him, because I just saw it in here, my water skin that still has water in it. And then I point to his arrow.
Right. So put water on the arrow. Can I use the shark tooth arrows that I made?
Water arrow?
Don't put water on the arrow. Attach the water skin to the arrow.
I think he wants you to douse the fire.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can do that. I'll put that on there. Can I use the shark's tooth arrow that I made?
It's a pretty good sized fire.
Can I use the shark's tooth arrow?
You could use a shark's tooth arrow.
Yes.
The water skin holds 4 pints of liquid.
How's that going on an arrow?
This is where
I don't know if this is gonna work, but I...
Glojo's good at shooting stuff.
Right.
I think we should go with the first thing where Glojo is like, I don't know, and he pours a bunch of water on an arrow and shoots it at somebody. Like, is that what you wanted? Weird bird?
I'm pretty okay with either of those results.
What
I
bird
don't
right
work
now?
out. Just fucking skewering an orc with like a damp arrow.
And I get it. I imagine Glojo's like, maybe he knows something I don't, and this type of enemy needs a wet arrow.
I'm
Like,
okay with
wanna
either
do that.
one, but please tell me which
100%
one you're
what you would've
doing so
done.
I can react to it.
Get your arrow wet,
I'm gonna take-
sailor.
I'm going to shoot attach the fucking whole thing to the arrow, and I'm going to shoot it. Shooting here, right? This is the fire.
No, right next to you.
Remember, we're way bigger on this map than the map actually is.
Oh,
How far away is that?
So where?
where are we shooting?
You
You're-
guys are about like 50 feet from it. Up, like it's just up the hill from you.
Yeah, like right here.
Okay. All right, let's try to shoot it.
Your
The
damn
fuck?
arrow.
Oh, crit!
Oh, yes.
So somehow, despite having like a whole fucking like,
Wait, how much
Extra
does 4
4
pints
pounds.
weigh? Is that like I need?
I imagine he just arcs
two
it like
pints,
a worm's
2 pints is
shot.
roughly a liter. So a pint is about a pound of water. Let's call it.
Oh yeah, a pint's a pound the whole world round.
Yeah, so it's 4 pounds.
Wow.
Yep. Holy shit. God damn it, pipe. Also, just to throw that in
I
there.
I never even.
I
heard
don't know
that
where I got, but
I've heard that too. That's a thing.
yeah,
in America, maybe.
Wasn't thinking
I
of
think
it.
I heard
until
it from
said
British media at some point, which just makes it even more confusing. It
Well,
could
they
be
have
talking
pounds there,
about
yeah.
the price of a pint of lager.
That's probably what it was.
I'm just so confused. Anyway, so you fire, you fucking heave this 4-pound arrow, basically, up and over one of the orcs who is directly facing away from you, praying into this fire. Bean Troll, and like it's a good shot. Like there's no way you could have fucking shot 4 pounds of water. That's not fucking water, but you did. And very accurately to boot. So Bean Troll, roll for the effect of the water. So give me a 1d100.
All right. I have to pull that out. Fuck.
I looked it up real quick, and the wiki is very pedantic, and I love it. It says that 16 ounces weighs about a pound, or a pint weighs about a pound, 16 ounces. But a U.S. pint holds actually 1.04 pounds, and the statement does not hold true the whole world round.
79.
Come on.
9.
The water pouch
79?
Yep. It was a
bursts
1d1
on impact
100.
Oh, nice.
with the flames. Most of the fire is immediately doused. The orcs immediately respond. Let's roll initiative.
I was hoping we'd knock the water out and somehow
there in
somebody
combat,
like in this like general area would have
Fine
have
with
magic
rolling-
again.
Yeah, putting out an altar fire is not a bad idea for changing the magic tone of the area.
Shrug is not a roll, Woo. I don't want to hear about it. Why don't you throw a fireball about it? Oh wait, you can't.
Why don't you have one of your skeletons shrug about it?
Oh wait, you can't. They're a pile of
they're a-
bones.
Soggy pile of bones.
I was
Skeletons
going on
smell.
around here.
I was so close to walking back or crawling back down the stupid path and stun locking you when you did that dumb prestidigitation bullshit.
We know that magic doesn't work where we are.
Stun lock's not magic.
Well, I think he meant his science experiment.
Oh.
Proved what
It
he was trying
was,
to
it was a science experiment.
Mm-hmm. On my
And
cloak.
Mediator did the
Absolutely
right
no
thing.
harm was done.
Woo did the right thing.
Woo was right. Free woo.
I'll let you fight the orcs.
It's yours, Joel.
12.
And Glojo, what was yours?
6. Look, I'm tired. I just shot 4 pounds of water.
You should mark that in your like story, backstory. Apparently, when we come up to a bard that isn't an asshole, you tell your story and no one will believe it.
A bard that isn't an asshole?
No one would ever
Look,
believe it.
there's 2 types of bards. There's the asshole bards and the bards that want to fuck everything. Be glad you got the first one.
They're both still assholes.
Yes. Adam, I think we should let the monk fight the orcs by himself.
I mean, I'm stuck in the pipe behind the idiot. So
I don't think Adam has an asshole attitude towards me because I tend to just give him things.
I don't have an opposite body.
Oh, I know, but I don't think Adam has a reason to hate me.
No,
Or the wizard, for that matter, since, you just burnt my cloak.
Only a little bit. And again, it was for science.
I'm a monk. I have, like, 1.
You don't care about possessions.
I'm a shadow monk, and I still shit, so that's not true.
Yep.
God, don't you hate that? Every time.
Look, I'm gonna give you a bowl cut when this is over, Monk.
I am a bird. I don't have hair.
We'll give you hair.
Goddamn better.
Figure it out.
feather
Wizard,
bowl cut.
give that bird hair.
Oh yeah, do a magic spell and prestidigitate hair on me. Let's see what happens. I'm sure that'll go
wait,
well.
Fire's gone now. That's right.
Is it
Fire-
gone?
the fire is
Gone?
Mostly, it's mostly doused. It's like at 20% of it.
I love that JPEG
original.
of an explosion.
Has my dark vision improved at all from dousing it?
Roll perception. Oh, yeah, perception.
Roll perception.
That's a good roll. That is 14 or 24.
Yes, you are suddenly noticing that the static that you were seeing before has diminished greatly.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I did exactly what should have happened, aside from the fact that it shouldn't have worked at all. But my point still stands. Glojo is.
Glojo's on a fucking 20. So
I think we have already. I think it is very relevant that that Quill would 100% trust Glojo's archery abilities, considering what's happened in the past.
At this point, I think so.
Even if we
I almost want to go back through all of our videos and just mark the few times he's actually missed something.
Right.
I hit once and miss once if it happens.
Right, but like every turn you hit something. I don't think you've ever botched a whole turn.
The only time I did.
We'll do a hot cut of Glojo missing like all 4 times.
Yeah. All right. Has everybody rolled? Oh Jesus Christ, Glojo! I just now saw your initiative roll.
That's not my initiative. That's my perception to see in the dark.
Oh, sorry.
Initiative was an 8.
So a lot of 19s here.
8 because I gotta take a second.
I'll let you go, Pipe, first out of all of the 19s.
All right. If I rage, can I use this D20 Wild Surge table that I found?
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds fun.
All right. Oh. An
Sorry,
11.
I'm re-rolling a couple of the bad guys, so they
Okay.
didn't all have the same block.
I am going to rage and find out what happens when I do so.
Curse Blatto.
A 10.
Can you PM that that sheet to me?
Here, I can put it in the game chat.
Yeah, do it again. I
Well,
lost
no,
it.
PM it to me so I can find it again more easily, because otherwise it'll get lost in all of the other bullshit in Hangouts and I'll never find it.
Game chat now. PM later. Or now. Go.
Okay. Well, now I lost my tab.
Lost. Stomach fit.
Sadly, I think 10 is one that was already existing. Shadows weave around your weapon until your rage ends. Your weapon deals psychic damage instead of bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing. And it gains light and thrown properties with a normal range of 20 feet and long range of 60. If you drop the weapon or throw it, it dissipates and reappears in your hand at the end of your turn. So I could, like, try to jump around the battlefield, hucking my psychic axe at people and then recalling it like Kratos. But I'm also just gonna run up and stab people.
I mean, up to the DM, but since spells are still sort of working, like it's not 100% fixed, he could fudge that if he wanted to.
Fair enough. That is what would happen.
Pipe roll 1d100.
Oh no. A 74.
All right, so your weapon is being wrapped with shadows right now.
Oh, hooray. So that means I can stab.
Cut.
Oh, this guy's only 10 meters
Stab
away?
the guy wearing the dress.
Oh, are we pretending that this is a battle map now, normal size? Just for the fight?
Go with it.
Okay, it's fair rather than switching where we are. Yeah.
Well, theater of the mind, the extra details here.
Yeah.
Basically, Pipe, you, Glojo, and Quill all snuck up really quite close to this fire because it was quite dark, except for right around the fire. Glojo got close enough to pop the fire with an enormous water balloon. And so you are within like closing distance of these guys.
Okay.
We're within 50 feet.
Oh, absolutely. You're about like 30 feet maybe from them.
All right. Do you think I could rage, take a run at the magic user, and take a swing, all within the same turn? Rage being a bonus action.
Yes, because your rage is a bonus action.
Right.
You're within moving distance, so you'd be able to get to them. Like, well, they're all. There was the one guy. There were three of them that were praying towards the fire, and there was one guy in the robes that was like sprinkling shit in it occasionally.
Yeah, I know enough to go for
going for the sprinkler.
His fucking Midnight Society ass going down. All right. Yeah. And I do an attack that is not based in magic, but it is psychic damage. Oh, shit. Rah, rage, and then nothing.
Rage
You
gets the
get 2
dying
attacks,
light.
dude.
What's that? I get one
You
more.
get 2 attacks, bro.
Yeah, because I'm not using my bonus deck. I don't get to do that.
No, you still get 2 attacks.
You get
I
2
remember.
attacks with.
Yeah,
That one hit.
I was working it out. Just don't listen to what I'm saying. Just wait for me to get there. All right, so that is a hit. With rage, I will remember my extra damage. Ooh, nice.
Oh shit!
17.
Blocked that guy pretty solidly. So you miss once, but you come up out of those shadows. Basically, as As the fire is like doused and the light immediately drops, you spring out of the shadows, swing once at this guy, miss, but on the backswing you catch him hard, and orky blood sprays a little bit more onto the fire.
Eat shit. Nerd.
Sure. That classic Lexi line.
One of the
I don't know what's
fighters
happening.
runs up and over to you and immediately does that thing where he attacks you.
Bite him. Bite him.
He swings at you with his axe twice.
Some kind of bite back spell.
Like counterattack bite.
Counterbite.
So the 18 hits and the 13 misses. So the first swing of his axe does hit.
Doing nothing. You can't penetrate my angry heart.
So he does 17 slashing damage, but you raged. So you are
Down to
taking half of that, which would be 8.
Is it round down?
Round down.
That's handy.
You.
My skin is thicker with anger. You can't stab me. I'm brimming with angry
You are
meanness.
positively tumescent with anger. You are
I'm
ignored with rage.
Rip and
simply
tear.
brimming with bitter horniness. Wait, what?
Oh, someone made a YouTube video on how to make Doomslayer in D&D.
Nice.
How do you make them in Animal Crossing?
I really hope they lean into that and have it be a weird DLC event.
I mean,
Doomslayer
if
shows up
anything,
all
they'll
over.
add him to Smash Brothers, but
Also possible.
Fair enough.
The robed figure whom you've attacked, Pipe Rifle, turns at you, reaches into his pouch again, and throws 3 spiders.
Spiders?
What?
Not a spider pouch.
Oh,
As
God,
the
no.
spiders travel through the air, they enlarge in size.
Yes.
Oh, no.
happening here?
what's this guy, fucking Ant-Man?
Love it.
There are now
Ant-Man.
3 giant.
Was he some sort of Spider-Man?
Shut up.
So he has cast giant insect at you.
Amazing.
It's
Quite a
a
pickle up there.
quite
Pickle, it's your
creative
turn.
name
A
spell.
horribly specific spell.
I cast giant insect at
like
you.
a-
It's
it's like a druid spell, I
giant
think.
insect.
Try to think. Spells are sorta working, right? They're not 100% working.
I mean, he just
That
threw
spider
giant
spell
fucking
just
spiders at
fucking
you.
worked.
Give it a blast.
Alright, I'm going to Shadow Step behind this fucking asshole.
Teleports back to the swamp.
Roll 1d100.
You find yourself on the deck of the Daryl.
I
The
put my
SS
D100 away, hold on.
Keep it out.
God, I really hate those spiders. They look like they're
33.
little bugs on my screen.
You teleport exactly where you were intending to.
Fantastic. I'm going to hit this asshole in the back of the head with my bow. Well, that's probably not going to hit. That would be a 9.
Shoot!
Sorry, I just looked at the G-chat thing that Pipe linked.
That was,
Were you looking at
exactly as described.
Exactly. Yeah, so go ahead and hit this guy
Weird
in the back of the
anti-bird
head
birdness. I don't know where
with
it
the
comes
bow staff, but then also look at G-chat at your...
Yes, that's great. That's the best thing in the world. Alright, okay, I'm going to attack again.
when I was supposed to shoot the water balloon at the fire?
Alright, that's a 15. I assume
that hits.
15 hits. Okay. And that does... I do not remember my bonus 2 damage. 10 damage. Is he still up?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I would like to try and stun him.
Okay.
DC 14. Constitution.
And roll 1d100.
It's not a spell. That's just a punch. It's not even a key. I guess it is a key thing. God damn it! Like I'm just hitting him hard. I don't.
Constitution save.
Magic and key both. come from the same place.
74. The DC save.
So you feel the power flutter a little bit in your hands. Would be the best way to describe it to a bird. But it still goes through your fists and stuns the gentleman in front of you.
Okay, are the spiders still out?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's not a concentration spell. Okay.
Wait, are they? Hang on, let me double check.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was hoping it was a concentration spell.
Oh, it is a concentration
Yes!
spell. Sorry.
What does that mean?
That is not, by the way,
spiders
that has
just go off?
nothing to do with me being a DM. I don't have any druids. It was just a guess.
No, you were right. So
Concentration.
suddenly there are 3 very small spiders next to you, Pipe.
Oh, I see.
Step on him.
I'm gonna.
The
It-
stun.
is
the
the-
stun worked, right?
Yeah, the stun worked. The fire's out, right? Or is it still burning?
It's sputtering. It's not out.
Okay, and is it just like a pyre or something? Is it something I could knock over?
Yeah, so let me just find a quick fire to put on the map here.
I mean, if it's something I can knock over, literally that's what I'm going to do right now, if you don't want to bother going to get it.
Do you have actions left?
I have an attack action. I was going to attack it with, basically like a shove. I have one more move. I have a punch left.
Okay.
So I am punching the fucking fire.
Punch the fire, but give me a punch roll on the fire.
Okay. Holy shit! It jumped out of my die bag thing, but it was a 19 plus 7. So I'm gonna go with 26 hits. The motionless, unarmored
You punch
fire.
the fuck out of the fire. You send the logs of the fire basically going in every direction. The area around the fire is immediately darkened. All right. good
And
work.
how's my dark vision now?
Roll perception.
That is a 18.
You are not seeing any more static effects.
Suck a dick, everybody. I got this. I figured this out. I figured out your puzzle.
Work
Wait,
for
Luther
troll.
has a 12? Sorry, did I punch that in wrong? Do you actually have a 12 initiative, Luther?
I do 12. Yeah.
That sounds like a bug.
I mean,
I mean, 2 sounds
very
right.
No, 0
1 or
sounds
2,
right.
but not.
1 plus 2.
All right, well, I guess it's your turn before a lot of other people.
Crazy.
Seem right.
How far can I run at this scale?
You could actually run from there to about. I think you could get within hitting distance of that guy.
Okay. Move about there, and we'll. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to cast Hold Person on him. I don't like his icon. He looks stupid. So I'm going to try Paralyze.
Okay. What is that? DC Wisdom.
Yeah, 14 save.
Okay, roll 1d100.
Okay.
Ooh. Wait, 23 is not great on a D100.
It depends on what he's doing.
So he saves. He struggles against the power that you're trying to overwhelm him with, but you did not feel resistance when you cast your spell.
So I just regular failed instead of double failing.
Yeah, exactly.
Sick.
Mana, I think are you still stuck in the tunnel?
I mean, Bob Dole, are you still in the way?
Are you not paying any attention? I just did a turn.
He's playing. Look, he's got bells that he needs.
But
I really didn't hear that part.
He's got to pay off his landlord.
You probably have to use like an extra square of movement to get past me, but you can.
All right, then I am exiting the fuck out of here. Yes, do not want to be in a goddamn tunnel this whole time. All right, then I will definitely blast this fucker.
Ooh, which one? Oh no, Corona.
Yes, Corona.
Corona.
Okay, you are shooting the stun guy. Roll attacks.
Attacks with advantage.
Spell buttons.
I guess I should have
Two.
recklessly attacked this guy, but then I would have gotten hit in the butt by that other guy with advantage.
Your advantage hits, so roll again. 2 more again.
The other one. Okay, so that's 2 hits then.
Okay,
Roll
so
one more time to see if it's a...
1d100.
No, roll 1d20 again to make sure it's not a crit.
Crit.
We
Yeah,
always
crit.
fish for
Oh,
crits,
crit.
Adam.
Yep.
Well, that was certainly not a crit.
So now roll 1d100.
I'm liking this mess up magic thing a lot.
Boom.
Be very uncomfortable.
So both your Eldritch Blasts go off without a problem. They both collide with the target. Roll for impact.
What is impact? Is that hitting?
Your
or
damage.
I just want to know. I just want to say damage real cool, like.
Here. All right. All right. That's this. Well, yeah. And that. So 21.
All right, you plaster this guy with 2 bolts of Eldritch energy.
Fuck him.
Now this guy's turn next to Bob Dole. He runs at Bob Dole and he attempts to silence you, Bob Dole.
is that just a spell?
Yes. He
Some
Alright.
sort of bullshit.
silence on you, or he casts silence around you. And mana basically would be both affected by this.
Bullshit.
Is the silence spell covering the
It's covering the exit of the place.
right?
Not quite. It's actually, sorry. Did you move up to like within punching distance of him, Dole, or did you stay like halfway down the hill?
I kept some distance, like
Okay.
30 feet or so.
Yeah. So the spell basically covers you and Adam. There's a small area around the entrance to the tunnel that's probably not inside the silence.
Do I resist this somehow?
That's rude.
You'll just need to move out of the
Okay.
silence.
So
There
he's
we
got
go.
a little. I'll just draw the circle here.
That'd be great.
Basically, it's kind of sitting right about there. That's
What
that's
rude
20
thing
feet
to
on
do.
this scale, by the way.
Yeah, this scale's fucking me up.
That should be a little bigger.
Just pretend you're real big.
There's this giant kaiju battle happening outside of town.
That's a 20-foot radius scale. So there's like another 20 feet between Dole and this guy, or so roughly.
Sounds about right.
Then it is this other nerd's turn. And he is going to cast Bless on his enemies, or on your enemies.
Hey, it's my thing.
Which one is casting Bless? It's the one north of Pipe.
That
Yeah, the one next
Okay,
to
that
me.
one. Okay.
That's a caster that was just pinged.
How are they all
And
getting
me
that
clear
guy
his
is
phone.
blessed.
Yeah, there's 3 casters.
That one is blessed, and he blessed the non-stunned.
One that's okay. So this is a guy is stunned.
Oh, the guy with the stopwatch on him is stunned.
Oh, that guy is stunned.
Yeah, that guy's
Yeah.
stunned, so he does not have a turn.
And now it is Mediator's turn. Who's not
How
stunned.
how
He can-
far from the entrance to this tunnel is the guy in green? The stun guy.
He's about 60 feet from the entrance to the tunnel.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of poke my head out. I'm just gonna lean out from the tunnel and shoot a crossbow bolt at him.
I mean,
Are you shooting at the stunned guy?
Because he can summon
He's not. He's
spiders.
shooting at this guy.
Okay.
Because
Or are you shooting at the stunned guy, Mediator? Are you shooting at this guy?
at the stun guy, this is.
He's like 80 feet from the other tunnel.
Let me see. Much range
I mean,
do
if you
have?
shoot the dude, so what has this guy?
I have an
This guy
80
casts
range.
darkness, right?
That one casts Silence,
Silence.
and then this one casts Bless. The one over here casts Bless. This guy casts Silence. This guy casts Spiders. This guy casts Punching.
But
What
I
is
know
that?
I can actually. But I know I can hit the stun guy with my crossbow, so that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Or I'm more likely to hit the stun guy.
I was gonna say because you could hit the guy who casts darkness and pop his darkness because it's also concentration.
It's Silence.
It's a silence,
Or
and
God damn it!
and
Yeah,
all you have to do
ignore
is
everything I keep saying.
all you have to do is walk out of the silence.
You don't know
Oh.
the sound of silence.
All right, I'm pretty sure I missed the
Yeah.
my crossbow,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to duck back into the tunnel.
I don't want to hear ever again about me, Glojo, and Adam at the fucking temple after this.
Lojo, Shark's Bane.
All right. Does Hunter's Mark work or what?
You can try it.
Alright.
Spelly. Feels like a spell to me.
Spells
I
are
mean,
sorta working in this area.
the next
spells
time
are sort of
the next time we wander into a fist suppressing zone, I won't give you a hard time about it. How's that?
I fully expected you to drop a fireball and just to see what would happen, but it's fine.
All right. So we want to kill the Spider-Man because it's got spiders. So I'm going to try to kill him. I'm going to try to put Hunter's Mark on him first. Does that work?
Roll 1d100.
Yep.
I
I
figured.
mean, just focus fire is a good idea generally.
Okay, 98.
It fails.
It uses spell slot.
Yes.
Goddamn 98 and it failed. Okay.
Low
Pretty
is
sure
low
My
is
numbers
good,
are
and
bad
yeah.
in this.
I've been keeping track, and there's absolutely no pattern.
Whatever. I'm going to shoot the guy twice.
Just
Okay,
whatever.
God damn it, pipe rifle.
roll for impact.
I don't know. The points stand. No one can prove I'm right or wrong because no one else is paying attention.
So you definitely hit him, but you are attacking with advantage because he is stunned. So you get to roll 2 more d20s.
Hit him twice.
Yep, but so you're attacking with advantage, so you can roll 2 more d20s to see if you got a crit on your second set of attacks.
Okay. Boom.
All right, so you hit him twice, no crits.
Yeah.
So roll damage.
Is 12.
That's a pretty solid bit of damage. Pipe rifle, we have swung all the way back around to you.
Oh, speaking of swinging,
What?
I'm going to attack swinging my axe. What did you think?
I don't know. I thought you were gonna like invite me somewhere. I was kidding.
Speaking of swinging, what's everybody doing after? That's in character, by the way.
Is it?
Look, you have not explored the depths of Lexi's sexuality, and that's on you. He's wide open. He's
I
an
don't
open
know. Like, I feel like I need to get to know everyone on an interpersonal level now that McScree is personally offended that we fucked up. So.
But why do we care what he thinks? I missed that part. That's all right.
He's an NPC now. He doesn't matter.
I'm thinking we just leave this town and go find that dragon.
Fuck that dragon.
There is a reason I asked why they hadn't just left.
You guys would be able to fuck that dragon up really good at this point.
Well, thanks to them dousing the fire, I'm just swinging around blindly and missing everything.
You're still attacking Stunny McStunner in front of you?
Yes.
So you're attacking it with advantage, so only your first attack is missed. You get to try twice more.
All right.
I like that you call him Stunny McStunnerson. It makes me very happy.
Yeah, that's not great. Do better
Oh,
than that.
that, however, is good.
Okay. It
All right,
got there in the end.
You're flailing around pretty ineffectively in the dark, and then all of a sudden...
Oh, fuck!
Look, it was already dark, and then my sword got dark for some reason. It's an axe, not a sword.
It just became a sword.
My weapon was wreathed in
part
dark.
Part of the extra confusion.
I don't remember. I don't know what's happening. But finally connect. Holy shit, fuck that, dude.
Oh my
so I'm
god.
Just swinging it around blindly like a fucking hammer thrower, and when I finally connect, it's just got an incredible amount of momentum.
I like the picture of Glojo in the back just slowly backing up as you're just...
That fucking killed them.
Oh shit.
I like to
Just whirling dervish.
Off of the axe. And blood.
That was exactly what was necessary to fucking kill him. Brutal.
Nice. It's like, oh god, there was an old arcade game called Time Killers where you could mash all the buttons at once and you would spin around with whatever weapon, and if the person was weak enough, their head would just pop off like a fucking dandelion. Amazing. That's what I'm imagining.
It was an awful game.
His head wasn't
was
even that
bad.
weak. You just clobbered it really hard, but it did pop off.
It's clobbering time.
Yes. I was a rancid main, the punk rocker with the chainsaw.
Damn. The fact you had a main in Time Killers makes me sad. As a old school fighting game person.
Look, you take what you can get in the Shopco arcade, the local
He tries to
hometown.
attack you again, this other guy.
Oh, he's probably mad after me murdering that dude. So mad it makes him suck at D&D. Like how he's playing D&D.
I'm so angry. God, I can't roll dice.
I guess the second time he kind of hit real good.
He didn't like your mocking tone.
I appreciate how
He
you might.
comes in with an 11.
What a
And
weird
that rounds
roll.
down to 5.
1d12 plus 4 plus 1d8.
He is furious. Giving him a extra 1d8.
He's just real. He's so mad he can do a whole extra die. All right. I know how that goes.
And that guy's dead, so he didn't get a turn. Now it's Quill's turn.
Is that 5 damage?
I'm going to attack.
Yeah, 5 damage for you, Pipe.
I'm going to attack this dude right next to me.
Is that the blessed guy?
That's the. Ooh, I just rolled a 20. So I'm going to go with 27 hits.
Kapow.
Let me roll damage. That is 19 damage.
Concentration save if he's the guy who cast.
Yeah, he needs to do a concentration save.
Oh, the guy that... Who are you punching?
I'm punching the dude who cast Bless. This guy.
Gotcha.
Yep.
C10.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's half the damage you dealt, or 10, whichever's higher.
Plus his wisdom?
The Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good for him. And he barely passes it.
Wait, you said it was 10 or half the damage dealt?
Yeah. So
How much
whichever's
damage did I
higher.
say?
So 10. 19. So 10 is
Okay,
higher.
that's right. Jesus Christ, my
You
brain.
hit him for 19 though,
Yep.
so that's still a lot. But Bless is still active.
Him again.
That was my first attack, though. So you know I'm gonna hit him again.
First of many.
Monks are really good disruptors.
That's a 19.
That'll hit.
All right. Only 5 damage, but again, Constitution save. Still better than a 10. All right. I would like to try and stun him on that one.
Okay.
DC 14. Constitution.
Constitution again.
God damn it! All right, I'm punching him in the face again. And that is. Why am I echoing now? Who is that? Adam!
What?
You're echoing.
Am I? Okay.
Sounds like he's talking into a walkie-talkie.
Yeah. Over.
I'm using my phone, and my phone was like, I think my phone was butted up against something that was creating a weird echo.
Anyway, that was 18.
That hits.
And that is a 10 for damage, and roll a Constitution save again.
Surely not 3 times.
God damn it! I'm not popping another key point to break bless. I'm just gonna call it. I'm calling it. I'm not wasting any more key.
I'm friends with this.
There's so many other things to fight right probably. I'm good.
All right, Luther, what are you up to?
We should still kill that.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna take 5 steps to get out of this stupid silence bullshit. Bloop.
Bloop.
I'm closer to this
We
guy
can grapple
now.
that guy and drag him into his own silence sphere.
That would be funny.
In the silent sphere, no one can hear you scream.
It's true.
What is wrong with you people?
What isn't wrong with us? It's a shorter
It's not a
list.
real D&D session unless the DM is asking that. Mentally or otherwise. What the fuck is wrong with you?
All right, Joel, what are you doing to this guy?
I sprint out of the silent sphere and attempt to tackle this jerk.
All right. Do a strength check.
Joel's gonna give this guy a
1
silence
20
sphere.
plus whatever your strength is. Your mod is.
Have athletics proficiency, Joel?
I do.
What's your mathletics proficiency?
I just use my strength modifier. That'd be a 17.
Have athletics as a proficiency.
I don't know if I have it tagged. Yeah.
I'll allow an athletics proficiency.
In that case, I rolled
That's how
a
it works.
22.
Oh, you take him down.
I give him a noogie.
Roll for noogie.
He had been trying. He did a pretty good job of trying to duck you, but you read the dodge. And when he went low, you went lower, and you just fucking scooped him up and heave him onto the ground. And because it was because both of you rolled so high, I'm going to give you a 1d8 of suplex damage.
I rolled a 12 on the noogie, by the way. I rolled a 5 on that d8.
All right, so you shoot in low on him, you grab his legs and heave him up and over and smash him into the ground, and he takes 5 damage just from the grappling alone.
You still have movement left over. You can drag him over into the sphere.
Bob Dole, can I call you Janine Garofalo?
No.
Can I call you Janine Garofalo?
To the silent sphere just to teach him a lesson.
Well, you got to see whether he maintains it or not. It's a concentration. He does. So you attempt to drag him into the roll 1d20 to see whether or not you're able to just like shuffle him into the silencing.
I loved you in 24.
No modifier. It's a 13.
With your strength.
Okay. With strength, it's a 15.
All right, so he's not even able to get his feet on the ground. Basically, after you slammed him with the suplex into the ground, you picked him up again. He's not able to get his feet on the ground, and you drag him into the silence dome.
He's going to have to break the grapple in order to
Come on.
So did he just RKO him into the silent sphere?
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty much exactly what happened. Mana, your turn.
I mean, so that guy's dead, right?
I mean,
Well,
he's not in a good way.
He's not in a particularly great place right now.
All right.
Let's say that about what's going
He's
on.
taking
with
a little
Well, he's
quiet
also
time.
grappled with what's his face, so I don't want to accidentally blast him. All right, I'm gonna move
The
out of the
blast guy.
silent sphere as well, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blast the guy that Bean Troll was missing.
All right.
It doesn't go. You just give him the finger guns.
This guy apparently has an invulnerability bubble around him. Oh, that hits.
That hits.
That probably hits.
That also hits.
Do I need to roll this 1d100 again?
Yeah.
All right. Boom.
Both of your bolts collide with that guy. Roll damage.
Yeah, rolling for impact damage. I had this thing zoom the fuck out. All right. 1, 2. All right. Magic number.
That kills
Right.
this guy.
Nice.
Am I standing on the edge of water, by the way, or is this a road? I can't really tell.
It's a terrain line.
Okay.
There's a large hill there, and you're
Gotcha.
sort of standing on the side of the hill.
I really should sit down with you and teach you Dungeon Draft and sell you on it, because you can make shit for this super quick.
Mm-hmm. That'd be good. This is just a Saltmarsh City map that I just used.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just ridiculously how quick you can just throw shit together.
All right. That's the end of my
Unbuckle.
turn.
This guy stops with the circle, the silence he gets rid of, because has other things to focus on.
He could do that.
He attempts to inflict wounds on you.
Fuck you, Warning Flare.
Damn it.
It's been so long, and it's a spell, so you probably have to roll D100.
Oh yeah.
So
Sure.
that is a spell, but it's a melee attack that he has to do. So
Don't fuck it up.
But he's doing it at disadvantage because how does Warning Flare work when he's holding you?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it works by saying "fuck you."
The fact of him being
Yeah.
grappled doesn't impact his ability to
Probably still
make attack rolls.
disadvantage.
They're just normal attack rolls. If you
Yeah,
are the grappled,
I'm gonna make this an normal attack roll, despite like inflict wounds just being a touch spell. I'm gonna say that he has to get some kind of he has to get the right amount of contact, which is hard for him to do when he's being grappled. So, with Morning Flare, he is attacking at disadvantage.
Bob Dole's like doing one of those high school gym moves where he's like got his nuts resting on his face. Like Bob Dole's in good contact.
I think it's actually called "Fuck You" Warning Flare.
Yeah.
Also true.
Is the name of the spell
Yes.
or ability?
You know, Bringer, you can go in and edit it in a spell list.
So he fails on his attempt to hit you because he is being grappled too intensely.
My noogie strength intensifies.
Mediator, your turn.
Roll for Noog.
Roll for Fireball directly.
All right, I'm gonna try firebolting the guy that Dole is grappling.
Go for it.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
I mean, we'll see.
I just fall over dead as words appear on my shirt.
All right, you hit the guy that Bob Dole is grappling. Roll damage.
Does D&D fire have
Okay.
some kind of thing where it doesn't catch other things on fire?
Yeah, it just hits the person that you're aiming at, unless it's AoE.
Glojo.
All right.
In this game, do exactly what they say they do. things get
I'm gonna try to
real,
kill Hunter's Mark again.
real broken otherwise.
What about when they say they do two different things, like fucking Shadow Step?
Up here. Wait,
What
should I?
about when they
Hunter's
say
marking
fuck
on
you,
that
warning
guy?
flare?
Because that guy seems like a piece of shit. Piper Rifle's just gonna chop off that guy's head next turn. So I'm gonna do this guy. I'm gonna try
I'm
again.
gonna tackle him and bite him.
I need to do the D100.
Yeah.
Warning flare.
I fuck you, warding flare.
It sticks.
A or nay?
Bringer. Did the Hunter's
Oh no,
Mark
the
work?
warning flare sticks. Yeah, the Hunter's Mark sticks. Sorry.
Six. Okay. So let me shoot this guy twice. See what happens.
I was already planning on biting this guy.
Shooting the guy
No,
by
I'm not gonna do it because you told me to.
5.
I don't know. I did exactly what Meteor told me to, and it worked out.
The second shot hits.
Does he get advantage since the dude's grappled? I don't know.
Actually, the first shot hits too.
Okay, they both hit?
Yeah, they both hit.
Okay.
Thanks, Mead.
So
Regular grapple doesn't do anything for
Okay.
advantage or disadvantage. They have to be, if you knock them prone, then
do 6
then that's different.
Okay.
there, and then Hunter's
Have I
Mark.
been prone.com?
So it's 23 damage.
He is now a singed pincushion in Bob Dole's arms.
So
He's
I've-
still alive.
okay.
Pipe rifle.
I'm gonna do a tackle and bite. This fucker.
Nom nom nom
Is that like a tickle and slap?
It's a little bit of a how's your father, and then I'm going to rip his jugular out. So what did we decide? What is grappling? Not what we decided.
So, I mean, you can, there's grappling and then there's shoving. If you want to knock him prone, that's just a shove.
Yeah, I guess I don't need to be
Right.
physically grappling to do a bite. I mean, it's
I mean, you don't
prone-
need
if
to,
I
you
can
can
knock him
actually-
prone and then chomp him.
They'll be contested strength and athletics rolls. So if you have a proficiency in athletics, you can add that to your strength roll. And then
I
he's going to do the
do.
same thing.
Knocking
to see
him, knocking
whether or
him
not-
prone will be helpful for bird troll,
Yeah.
although not as helpful for others.
I have
So
a
I'm gonna
name.
give him a
Actually, he'll be able to stand up after. Actually, he'll be able to stand up
Kinda has the
immediately after
easiest
your
name
turn.
out of
I
all.
so
spent
probably-
so much time deciding on a name. I wrote a backstory to make it make sense.
Yeah, but
Okay,
Bard
so what
Troll-
is a shove?
Troll is
Guy from
very-
Guardians of the
Contested
Galaxy.
strength. So I give it my strength bonus and my
God damn it,
athletic
Adam.
bonus.
It'll,
Yeah.
it'll give you advantage
No,
on
those are
the
the
fight
same
against
thing.
him, but he'll be able to stand up when it's his turn immediately after yours. So I
That's
don't.
fine. So I'm just making a strength check, right?
I'm just saying it won't accomplish very much is
I'm
all.
just gonna call him
Ooh,
Bird Lord.
Wow. So I go to shove him, and he just does not fall. He just plants his foot behind him, and he's fine.
There was nobody behind him. Like
You're raging. You have advantage on this check.
That's right.
What would
I
we do
almost
without the
never do-
rules lawyer?
I almost never do
God.
checks because it's just attacks. But you're right.
You're right.
I really need to make that like shortcut card for you.
Well, okay, but that's one action.
Jesus
And
Christ.
you can still
Can I-
you can still bite
Can I
him.
try it again? Just fucking shove him again? Or I just
Yeah,
bite.
you-
You,
Why did
I
that
mean, you
not hit?
can, but again, he's going to stand up the first thing
Alright.
he does on his turn.
All right, I'm just gonna leap at him and bite him. I'm like shove, nothing happens. Be like, you know what? Fuck this.
Fuck
Chomp.
you.
Just this chomp.
All right, you know what then? Oh my fucking god! How could I miss a bite attack?
Does he have advantage because he's raging on the bite?
No, because that's
Unless
an
he went reckless attack, which he
I mean,
didn't.
Yeah, I did not.
Happy face that Pipe Rifle will eat.
Good Lord.
I did a bunch of other shit first, so I couldn't really say it was a reckless attack. Well, then
You,
that
Hi-
you attempt to bite the man, but he is too well armored and defensive for you.
Pipe has
Better luck
damned
next
us all.
time.
I
This is what I
stumble
get.
him a little bit with the first
Fight.
shove, but not enough. Just
Now
enough
he
to put
attacks
him
On the
out
other,
of where my bite goes.
trying to help him out.
I think you need bless. Oh, hey, see, that's what I needed. Like a good roll. I
So
got
he hits you
through
twice.
the armor. Yeah, I hate that about him. How he hit me twice.
Once for 19, that'll be 8, and then for 15, that'll be 7.
So a 15 total. No big deal. Jesus.
Well,
Stop hitting me so hard.
Quill is going to move over here, and then Quill is going to attack with his bow staff.
Bird Lord.
Would
just
you
like any
accept
kind of monkey man would.
Bean Quill? Would we accept Bean Quill?
There's so many different names at this point. I don't know who
Yep.
I am
Get
anymore.
bird face.
Big brain.
14.
Misses.
Second attack. That is a 23.
That hits.
7 damage.
Okay.
And then, does he look hurt at all?
No, that was the first time anyone's hit him.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm gonna try and stun him. DC 14.
Constitution?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Virtual.
Fucking Jesus. Fucking A.
That.
Wow.
Okay. Mead. So when they're stunned, I get advantage on attacks, right? Okay, I'm not going to burn more key, but I am going to do my punch attack, which is not that dice. Hold on. All right. That's a nat 20.
Cool.
It
Is
is.
it?
It absolutely is. And my first damage die was a 2 because I rolled it with. My second is a 6, so that is 8 plus 4, so 12. I don't do a ton of damage, I just punch people a lot.
Guard the galaxy as well.
It is good for forcing a shitload of concentration checks.
Monks are very good against casters. That's the whole point of them, is to just move around the battlefield, punching casters in the face.
Probably should be nicer to you.
I'm just saying. Like in a level, I can just stand in the middle of a fireball and just kind of dance and be fine.
Oh?
Well, so I inherently roll a save, but if I actually roll a save, I don't take any damage.
Good to know.
So I inherently take half damage regardless of my roll, and then if I save, then I take nothing.
So how much did you do?
That's any AoE. That was just 12 damage.
It's AoE with dex saves, right?
Yeah, any AoE with a dex save, I just basically dodge it inherently. And I can walk on water.
Ooh, all right.
I think that's next level. I can walk on water.
How hurt is the gentleman I'm grappling?
He's pretty fucked up.
Rip his head
Okay.
off.
Rip and tear.
Tear.
Everybody needs to play that fucking game. I will buy it for you. It is so good.
Attack rolls have advantage, and they automatically fail dex saving throws.
Automatically
stunned.
failed deck. Good to know. I will shoot a sacred flame into his face, which is a dex saving throw.
So he has disadvantage on that then?
Fails it because he's stunned.
Oh, I thought
Pouring-
Bob Dole was doing the guy in front of him.
Where I'm grappling.
I guess he's not dead.
He's almost dead. Bob Dole's just only trying to burn his face off.
I rolled 10 damage.
And he needs to do a dex save.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
It's a normal save.
Well, he botched it, so you burn his face off, like in that movie Face Off, because
That's not what happens in Face Off.
Absolutely what happens.
Like,
Don't worry, we'll
Face
get to
Off.
what happens in Face Off later, Adam.
It's ninth level. I can walk on water. Sorry, I can make charm spells go away just because I want to at next level.
So Luther, you're basically holding this guy with like one arm up against your body, and with the other hand, you just push it against his face and cast Sacred Flame sort of through his face and then through his skull, and then there's not really much of a head left at that point. So I
Raiders of the
assume you
Lost
drop
Ark deal.
the rest of the carcass.
Don't look at it.
Yeah, just drop it. He's calm now.
All right, mana.
Sorry, I thought I heard someone knocking.
Do you hear a rapping?
Knocking at your door.
A rap.
My,
Knocking at your chamber door?
yeah, I think it's my neighbor like hammering into the wall for some strange reason.
Quoth the Kinku.
Dude,
Nevermore.
Bob, don't kill that dude after all.
Oh yeah, Bob Dole, fuck that guy's face right off.
Okay.
Wait,
All right, then I'll blast the other guy. There's only one guy left.
Do you hear a heartbeat under your floorboards?
God damn it. All right, I'm gonna blast.
Blast him.
Put him on blast.
Stunned, right?
I pull out my guns and start blasting.
Misses, that hits.
All right.
But he's stunned.
Oh wait, you have advantage, so you hit with the first one, roll again for the second one.
Boom.
God damn it. I saw that set on 18 for a second.
I know.
More.
I really like how Roll20 has coded that.
I don't.
I do.
shouldn't have
I
done
really, I like how it's shared for everybody. You can see the dice teeter together.
Like,
I
I
do like
have a
that everyone
webcam.
sees
Like,
the
I
webcam.
really should just broadcast my dice box so
Dice
you can
cam.
see the shit go down.
You hit him twice, Adam.
Wow, those are not powerful. Yeah. All right. That's enough.
All right, that guy's dead. Mediator.
Wait, is he dead?
No, the guy that was in the turn order was dead.
Okay. It's just this one guy left.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shoot a firebolt at him. 15 plus 7 is 20. Do I need to roll on the table thing?
Do 1d100. Oh, you feel the magic slowing as you cast, but somehow you're able to get the firebolt out before the calmness stops you.
Way to perform under pressure.
Calm above all, mediator.
Calm above all.
Ah.
Caw above all. Caw above all.
Crow cried 3 times. Caw, caw.
So it's
Well,
13 damage on the
You know
firebolt.
what crow cried sounded like. All right. It's now Flojo's turn.
Right. Can
Take
so
his
I
head
can
off.
get him to move the hunter's mark over to that clown.
Okay, roll 1d100.
And this spell's already active, but I guess moving it is.
It's an active
Moving it count.
willpower.
18.
It's fine.
8. 24.
Ooh, that's not just a 28, but a natural 20. Yeah.
You get 2 more rolls.
Another one. It's another 24. And a 26.
Damn it. See, this is why I gave him the most pointless task. That worked.
God damn, Flojo, your attack rolls are ridiculous. So you get 1 natural crit and a second hit.
You know, if he was rolling his actual dice, we would all assume that he was cheating.
That's what I'm not.
Like that's
I'm
how
not sure
good you.
he's not.
That's how good you roll all the time, though.
Yeah.
I think Lojo bought a fucking Russian Roll20 bot. He's got aim hacks for his dice.
He's into the algorithm. He's hacked in.
There's 12 for that. What is the crit roll again?
So the crit is double the dice that you would normally roll, and then the same modifier.
Right, so it'd be 2d8 plus 3.
Yeah, so your 2d8 plus 3 is your crit roll, and then you do 1d8 plus 3 for your other attack.
Okay. And then
Oh shit.
okay.
That's really good.
And then I still have my hunter's mark. I assume this man is dead. It's only 3, but
Didn't you get another D8?
that's right. I get one more d8, right?
No, he rolled his 2d8.
Well, 2d8 because I hit twice.
Oh,
Yeah, one
you
was
got
a
a
crit.
second d8. No, you
Okay.
got your d8
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, my bad.
I did 26.
All right. That's a lot of fucking damage. He is barely standing after that. It's Pipe Rifle's turn.
Time to finish it off with another attempt at a chomp. Oh, still going in again.
Oh no!
Well, that's my turn, everybody.
Oh no!
Why did I agree to this? I mean, it would have been the same exact roll.
How are you so bad at biting things?
What? The tooth is working against me. It doesn't want me to bite people.
Oh,
Or I don't know how to maneuver with this huge magic cursed tooth in my mouth. I jammed in there like an idiot.
I can just
Oh,
see, like,
Jesus
I can just see Lexi, like, at the dinner table and just food just... It's like that scene from Airplane, but he has a eating problem, not a drinking problem.
Just grabbing him like a vampire's face and just like biting his armored shoulder pad or something. Like, wait, what? Oh, hold on. No. Let me do this again. Bite my own wrist. Ah, son of a...
Alright, so I guess it's that guy's
Wow.
turn now. Wait, no, it's not. He skips a turn because he's stunned.
Oh, he
Well,
is
he's
stunned. He would have missed
stunned
his attack anyways.
clinging
he's not
to life.
stunned anymore,
Alright,
and it is your turn.
I'm gonna punchitize him.
Well, he's also not blessed anymore.
Stunned, Pipe would have been biting it with advantage.
That's
And he has
right.
2 attacks per round. I was muted, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead, Pipe. We'll let
All
you
right.
try. We'll let you try biting again.
I don't think...
I think it's
can
very
handle it.
important that I'm going to assume you're letting him do this because you know it's not gonna work.
It's
I
gonna
just
work.
feel-
Oh god!
Oh,
Never
we talked
mind, I
so
stand
much sooner
corrected, I
than
just put my dice down.
just in case, though. The rolling with advantage, one of them was still going to be a 2. That's what happened last time. It was 3
Get the
pieces
one
of
that
shit and
counts.
then one fucking final. Oh, jeez.
Alright, roll for damage. Whatever
What is this
bite
game?
is, I don't even know anymore.
Well, yeah,
Where are
bite
we?
is normally
What are we doing?
1d6 plus 3. but
Are we
I was
still in
trying
the
to see if there
swamps?
might be a
Roll
magic.
1d100, Pipe.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
good sign.
Where's Igor? What's happening?
Oh, Jesus. Did anybody tell Igor where we were?
Igor's logged in.
6.
I think that's
Out of
good on
100.
this table. I think you want low rolls on this table.
Roll 1d12 plus 6.
All right.
Oh,
Chomp.
Igor.
A 13.
Roll 1d4.
1d12 the normal damage die on his bite.
1. No,
Roll
normally it's 1d6.
Roll 1d6.
Someone should send a message to Igor. See how he's.
Jesus Christ. 2
Since-
ones in a row.
I'm gonna send Igor a message to meet us at
So
the bottom of
whatever-
the lake and to take a deep breath.
Which-
Okay.
I assume the 1d12 was his normal bite damage die.
That's like a 1d4 normally, I think 1d6.
Well, the new normal with my magic tooth, maybe.
I mean, that's my question. Is I don't know what is.
I mean,
is
until it
normal.
consumes you.
Normal
normal
bite
bite
attack is
attack
1d6 plus 3 on the sheet.
Yeah.
So I wanted him to bite so I could see if his bite has a different damage dice now.
You should
Yeah, but
probably,
now I have
probably
no
wait
idea.
until we're not in this nonsense spell area.
With all three of those
Pipe,
dice.
as you bite this guy, you deliver 13 points of damage, with an additional 1 damage as you pull the tooth free from the fresh bite wound. The tooth appears to be more serrated than you recall it being as you probe it with your tongue, but you also take 1 damage from that.
From probing it with his tongue? Please tell me that's where that 1 damage came from. Huh, this feels weird. Oh, fuck! God damn it!
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Okay, good. Fantastic.
He bit a
Your
guy.
head is just going to turn into a knife.
He fucking chomped a guy. It felt a little bit weird when he pulled it out, so he probed the tooth with his tongue and then sliced his tooth.
Okay.
Or sliced his tongue with his
tooth.
A plus for it.
Rifle.
Good job.
This is the origin of
Love
Pyramid Head.
So confused by your damage die, Pipe.
It's fine.
I'm not doing that again.
Overall,
That took so long.
No, it's Quill's turn.
It's Quill's
Sorry,
turn.
it's Quill's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna punch. Or I'm gonna hit with the bow staff thing. What is it? It's a quarterstaff, not the bow staff. Okay, so that is a 17 and also a nat 20 plus 7.
So both of those hit.
Alright, let's do the, well, since I already have the damage rolled, let's do the 17 first. That is 9. I'll type the damage in here so we don't lose it. So that was 9 plus, for the 20, I rolled a 7, then a 3, so 14. There you go. So 23.
And with your bow staff in the back of his head, he drops dead.
Okay, so let me narrate it real quick. So I hit him once, and then pull back, no, let me rephrase. I sweep his legs out, and then come down hard on the back of his head, and then just twirl the staff and put it behind my back, and then I just flip off Mediator. Or woo.
Yeah, listen, I did 5 damage this fight.
I was actually thinking about taking your crossbow from you and shooting it for my turn last time.
Probably
You shot it
a good
again, but you
idea.
shot a fireball.
Alright, we solved your one of many fire problems.
Fuck them.
There's
You have
so
any more
many.
water for me to shoot.
Look, I don't have any water for me to drink. Like, that's a whole other thing. I'm going to have to probably replenish that even though we're not paying attention to it.
It's fine. Just drink.
I'll
Just drink
be
straight from the ponds or
conspicuously
rivers.
thirsty next round.
Just take Mana's water. She can't drink anyways.
No,
Sad when
No,
the
she
drink
can.
goes
She can
from
open her
out of
mouth.
water.
That's right.
He dips
Thank
down
you.
and he dips up.
I wish she
Gives her water
did.
to drink.
No, her mask hardened up and she can barely talk right now. Her mouth is a tiny slit.
So we just dunk the whole
You
thing
know
in
what?
the
While I'm
face.
here, do any of these, like, do any of these orcs have a water flask on them?
Yeah, but you get the sense from one of them, the robed orc, sort of between you and Pipe. You get the sense that his flask might not be the best to drink out of.
Drink it.
I suggest that we go to the next
Oh
fire.
my
and
god,
boil
I
the
want to
water
drink
over
it
the fire
so
to make
much.
sure that it's safe to
Hey,
drink.
Pipe Rifle, drink.
It just means that he's nasty. It's a
Yeah,
nasty orc
nasty.
flask. I
We're
don't want to
gonna
drink
boil
out of it.
water at the next
I
fire.
just get a cold sore outbreak on my beak.
Take it, and I'll switch in the spell that lets me purify drink.
What I'm gonna suggest,
but it
Rachel,
won't
is you
go.
take the gross water skin and then you sleight of hand switch it out for someone else's water skin when no one's looking.
Oh my god, that's a great idea, but I'll forget about it. I'm not doing that. I will 100% forget and then use it later.
It's like, wait, did I?
Hold on, hold on. Bringer, I do want to take it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to write down what it is.
Nasty water skin.
Add custom item.
For woo later.
Hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dirty water.
tainted. What the fuck? Let me add it. God damn it. It came in as an attack. Anyway,
Taint is a prohibited
let's
weapon.
continue on our business while I attempt to do this so it doesn't show up as a fucking attack. That was
I
weird.
think that might be end of the business for me for the evening.
Yeah, I think we'll probably wrap this session here and resume next week.
Can move down to the other fires and smash some more fools. Well, I have no hit points left.
Put out these fires 1 week at a time.
Level
What
up.
health do you have?
I should
Five?
level up for shooting the fire.
I'm okay. I'm
More
at
will reveal, I'll reveal that
37
at a later
hit
date.
points.
How many hit points?
Oh wait, actually, I didn't take the one. I'm at 36 hit after my tongue.
How many?